And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the game tonight. I am so excited for this one. It is a big one in the Atlantic Division. The Toronto Maple Leafs versus Tampa Bay Lightning in what could potentially be a first-round playoff matchup if the standings stay the way that they are right now. These two teams would be meeting in round number one. This is going to be so much fun. I wanted to do this matchup a few weeks ago, the last time they played, and the game was on NHL Network, so I couldn't do it. But this one is on ESPN, so all of you at home, if you want to catch this, it's on ESPN, national TV game, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. This is the fourth and final meeting between these two teams in the regular season. Toronto has won 2 out of the 3 so far. And like I said, just because it's the last meeting of the regular season, it may not be the last meeting of the season. We could see these two teams face off in the playoffs. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Pro Hockey, Kyle, Logan, Ikeka, Axie, Christian, Ryan, Bruins all the way. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. Roblox games, what's going on? I'm going to get the poll up in the chat now so you guys can get your votes in on who you think is going to take this one. We've got the Maple Leafs on the road playing very, very well recently. Lightning trying to defend home ice, not playing as well recently, but obviously locked into a playoff spot, trying to get themselves geared up for postseason action. And polls should be in the chat so you guys can get your votes in. This is going to be such a fun one. Trevor, what is going on? Welcome in. TCB, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to see you in the chat. For me, this is going to be a fun one to just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy some hockey without having to worry too much about, you know, who's winning, where everyone is. Like, I'm just here to enjoy a great hockey game, and I think it's going to be that. It would be awesome if these two teams met up in the playoffs. I mean, all the playoff matchups, particularly in the East, are looking like they're going to be great no matter what happens. But if we get this one in the playoffs, that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Trevor, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. No worries, man. No worries at all. Glad you could come by tonight. Thank you so much for hopping in the chat. Micah, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Really, really excited to get the puck dropped in this one. No, you have to be a channel member, 66. If you're not a channel member, then you can't watch those. Carmine, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Both of these teams will be without their top center. Tonight. No Austin Matthews for the Maple Leafs and no Braden Point for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So there's some big pieces missing from the lineup here for this one. We'll see which team's able to overcome the absence of their number one guy down the middle better. Hey, that's awesome, Roblox games. That's a fun one. That's awesome. Glad you got to go to that game. Bruins win night. Yeah, Bruins starting the second period against Pittsburgh. They're down 1-0 right now. Probably because they didn't score as many goals as the other team, Micah. I would say that's probably why they lost. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Kyle, that'd be huge for sure. I mean, if Toronto's able to win a playoff series against the defending champions, that'd be a statement series, no doubt about it, for the Maple Leafs. Absolutely. I mean, we don't know for sure if that's going to be the first round matchup quite yet, but if it is, that'd be a monster series for the Maple Leafs to win. Absolutely. I'm really hoping the Kings in that one, Trevor. I mean, the Kings can put themselves in pretty good shape as far as making the playoffs if they win tonight, because they'll go up to 94 points, and Vegas only has 4 games left. So the Kings would put themselves in pretty good shape if they win tonight. That's a important game for them to make sure they get 2 points out of against a non-playoff team like Chicago. Yeah, Florida's won 11 straight, Kyle. That team's on an absolute roll right now. And last I saw, they were up 3-1 over Detroit tonight. So they got a chance to make that 12 in a row. BC Transportation, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Micah, Dallas's next game, I want to say tomorrow. Maybe it's not tomorrow. Hang on, let me check quick. Actually, no, I feel like it's a while. No, Dallas plays tonight. Dallas plays Calgary tonight. Then they have tomorrow off, and then they play Seattle on Saturday. So they have Calgary tonight and then Seattle on Saturday. Dallas needs to win a game. They need to win at least one of those games, if not both, because they're still in danger of being caught by Vegas. Joey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Great to see you in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. It was there, Joey. Had a bunch of members in the stream last night, so I don't know why you couldn't find it. I posted it on the community tab, and it was on my channel last night because none of the other members had any problems finding it. Akuma, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Rick, good to see you in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. Alex, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to have you in the chat. I mean, I don't know, actually. I wasn't expecting the Panthers to win 12 games in a row. So I don't know. I think that's still very much up in the air at this point. Florida just on an absolute roll right now, the way that they have. I would probably say Florida's in a good spot, but you know, next week could change that depending on how the teams play. Ashley, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Hey, good luck, Alex. I hope it goes well, buddy. I hope it goes well, man. I'll be rooting for you. Really, really appreciate you being here tonight. Thanks for stopping in and wishing you all the best, my friend. All right. We should be getting pretty close to puck drop now. I cannot wait, because for me, like, I don't really care who wins this game. Like, I'm sitting back. These are two of the biggest rivals of the Bruins. Toronto and Tampa are both, I would say, along with Montreal, are the top 3 rivals for the Bruins. Toronto, Montreal, and Tampa Bay would be their 3 biggest rivals right now. So I'm just sitting here hoping to enjoy a game, and I'm gonna very much enjoy watching these teams play against each other without having to stress too much about what the final score is. If Toronto wins, great. I mean, they're set up to to hold that second spot in the division anyway. If Tampa Bay wins, fine, cool. If Tampa Bay wins tonight and Boston loses, Tampa would then have 3 points on the Bruins and would probably be staying in that 3rd spot. But again, who knows the rest of the way. Tampa's lost some games recently, quite a few games recently, actually. So Bruins could still maybe take the 3rd spot, but I don't really care. Like, it doesn't really matter to me where they finish. Like, they're locked into the playoffs. I'm just waiting for playoff action to start at this point. I am waiting for playoff action. Red Rubber, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Hey, rooting for you, Alex. Rooting for you. Wow, Carolina's losing to Winnipeg at home. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Yeah, so basically it looks to me like Carolina's going to give away that first spot in the Metro. I think it looks very much like the Rangers are going to win that division now. And they're beating up on the Islanders tonight. So, yeah, it looks like the Rangers are going to take over first in the Metro. And Carolina really, really struggling without Freddie Anderson. Not really, Axie. No, I mean, they're in the same division, but they haven't, like, they haven't really played any, like, overly physical games against each other. They haven't had a playoff series against each other. There's not really any, like, historical significance to that matchup all that much. So, I mean, if Florida continues to be like a powerhouse in the division, then it could get to a point where they're rivals. But right now, I don't think there's any big rivalry between the Bruins and the Panthers. But a playoff series could definitely change that. Brian, what is going on? Welcome in. Caroline, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Akuma, they play so well together. Picking up Andrew Kopp at the deadline was a monster addition for the New York Rangers, and I think that makes their middle six really, really good. Sports Fanatic, what's going on? Extreme Gamer, welcome in. John, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you guys in the chat. Yeah, Carolina's not going to do anything in the playoffs if Antti Raanta is their goaltender. Like, if they don't have Freddie Anderson for the playoffs, they're in trouble. They need Anderson back because Antti Raanta isn't going to get it done. Yeah, Mess and Chelios have been doing the big games for ESPN all year. I haven't I have the volume way down, so I can't hear a lot of it. I haven't paid that close attention, but obviously they brought in the Hall of Famers for their studio analysis, and I remember Chelios playing like towards the end of his career, but it's crazy that he played as long as he did. I mean, he was literally playing back in the 80s and was still playing in the mid-2000s. It's nuts that he played as long as he did. Actually, I guess the late 2000s, really. He played a long time. But I definitely remember, like, the latter part of his career. Yeah, he started playing in the mid-80s with Montreal and played all the way till 2010. 2009-2010 was his last season. That's nuts that he was in the league that long. If I had to pick, I mean, if I had to, well, 66 between these two teams, like if the Bruins, or who do I want in the first round? Because if there's no Freddie Anderson for Carolina, I want Carolina in round one. That would be the best chance to win, in my opinion. But I mean, I would never turn down a series against Toronto. If we get Bruins Leafs, I'll never turn down a Bruins Leafs series. I would love to see it, as always. Avatar, what's going on? Welcome in. Ryan, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Cartoon Fan, what's going on? Johnny, welcome in. Triss, what's going on? Raji Ghost, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We are getting ready to drop the puck in this one. Teams are lined up at center ice. Let's get into the action. This is going to be a great one. Puck is dropped. Leafs take it. Leafs take it off the opening draw. We are underway. First period has begun. Back out now. Up ice by Tampa Bay. Into the offensive zone. Lyubushkin with a good hit on Hagel there. Steps up. Marner comes away with the puck. He gets hammered by Cernak out in front. Hagel can't get the shot off. Would have been a golden opportunity there. Doesn't even get one in on Shalgren. Vasilevsky in goal for Tampa Bay. Shalgren in net for Toronto tonight. And we get an early penalty call against the Tampa Bay Lightning as Lyubushkin catches a stick up high, it looks like. He's going to go over to the bench here, get looked at by the referee to see if it's going to be 2 or 4. And a very early power play opportunity here for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a 2-minute high-sticking penalty here to Brandon Hagel. And that is going to put Toronto on the man advantage as Hagel tried to lift the stick, but completely missed the stick and caught Lyubushkin right in the nose. Mean Girl Hockey, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Working it around now. Toronto set up in the offensive zone. And that one deflects up and out of play. 20 seconds into the man advantage. We have 1:40 to go on the power play. It will be an offensive zone face-off coming up for the Leafs here. Yes, they have, Extreme Gamer. Yes, they have. They've been very, very good even without Matthews. That hasn't really slowed them down at all, which is a very good sign for Toronto. It shows that they can overcome adversity very well. As that's back to the point. Shot in there. Vasilevsky with a nice save, getting a piece of that one. Leafs retain possession. Working around in the offensive zone. Another shot there. Blocked down by Cernak. Belmar will clear. All the way down. Minute 20 still to go on the power play. Leafs take it in their own zone and will regroup. Here's Morgan Rielly with the puck. Rielly up to the neutral zone, then drops it back. Played now by Willie Nylander. Over to Tavares into the offensive zone. Trying to get it back to Nylander, but Hedman throws it up the boards. Rielly keeps it in at the blue line. Possession here now, down in the corner. Nylander gets it to Marner. Marner into the middle, shot there. Second chance, Tavares can't get the shot off. Back out to the point, Leafs still putting on the pressure. Top of the circle, down low chance, poked away. Puck ends up on the sideboard, Leafs still have it. Rielly out high, face-off dot. Back to Nylander, this side. Shot in there, that one gets blocked by the Tampa Bay D. Vernon, what is going on? Welcome in. Shot again here. Vasilevsky squeaks through, and Sergachev is there to save it in the crease. And he throws it back under Andrei Vasilevsky, who covers it up and gets the whistle. The puck was loose there for a second, but Sergachev was first to it. And he saves a goal for Tampa, for the Lightning there. And it remains 0-0 here. Toronto still with some power play time. .33 seconds to go on the power play here. Still a 0-0 game. Toronto is still in the offensive zone. Comes to the middle. That's going to be a chance to clear now for Killorn. He doesn't... Oh, he just gets it out over the blue line. Help from Cernak as well. Stu, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Backhanded in. Killorn with a shorthanded chance. Shalgren has to be sharp. Gets it with the pad. Played up now. Final 10 seconds of the power play. Leafs trying to carry it out of their zone. Good luck, Johnny, for your $500 sake. Wishing you the best, my friend. Back out to the point now. Penalty is killed. Tampa able to kill that one off. Go 1 for 1 on the penalty kill so far. And that one's deflected on a shot from Stamkos up into the netting. 17:05 to go here in the first. So it feels like a lot's happened for only 3 minutes into the game. We've already had a power play, numerous chances for the Toronto Maple Leafs. One almost goal. One almost goal. But Sergachev was able to get to it first as the puck was lying in the crease. Face-off one back now by Toronto. Trying to get it up, but it's kept in there. Shot. Nice blocker save by Shalgren up into the netting. Good goaltending early here for Toronto. As Shalgren has been sharp. That was a quality blocker stop on a blast in there. 16:59 to go here in the first. Ozone draw again for Tampa Bay. Worked around now, up the boards. Kept in again by the Lightning, moved into the middle. Chance there, that one's just blocked wide. Taken now by Palat. Palat throws it in front, goes off a Brody's skate. Lightning keep it in. Another block shot here for Toronto. That one knocks down Kerfoot, and he is shaken up going back to the bench. That's going to sting. Took that one right off the foot, it looked like, and that's one of those that definitely hurts for a couple of minutes, but hopefully he'll be fine. I think he's just got to shake that off. Those sting when you catch it clean on the foot like that. But very good shot block. Stops the puck from getting through. We'll have another face-off coming up. Unknown, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And that's an icing call against Toronto. It will come right back down to their end. Stu with the 5. Thank you so much, Stu. Let's get that dono hype in the chat, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Stu. Really, really appreciate it. Dropping a 5 on the stream. Thank you. That is awesome, man. There's some dono hype for Stu. Really, really appreciate the support. As Toronto wins the defensive zone faceoff, they chip it out of their zone. That will go all the way down, though, and it will be another icing against the Maple Leafs here. 16:28 remaining in period 1. Still just getting going in this one. Definitely leave the skate on. Definitely leave the skate on, 66. You can't let that... you can't let that swell up. Oh, big hit there by McDonough on Engvall, but it's out to the neutral zone. Here's David Kampf now. Into the offensive end, dumps it behind the net. Cal Foote takes it from Vasilevsky. Moved up now, deflected into the offensive zone. Down in there, hard forecheck from the Lightning. They come away with a puck. Working it in front there, that goes off a skate. Toronto will clear the zone. Up ice now, Leafs. Mikheyev trying to chase it. Goes in on the forecheck. Played by Foote over to Bogosian. Bogosian in the corner, trying to keep it away from Spezza. Xanified, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Violet, what's going on? Great to see you in the chat. No, he's got to play at least one more game, Extreme Gamer. You don't want anybody sitting for a week or more in hockey. They'll start to get rusty if you let them sit that long. Got to play at least one more game. I'd give him a tune-up game. So I don't know the Leafs schedule off the top of my head, but I give him a tune-up game like middle of next week at least. He's got to play a little bit. Otherwise, he's going to be sitting for too long and get rusty. Trevor with the 1. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate it. Dono hype in the chat for Trevor dropping a 1 on the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As this one's dumped back in by Toronto. Marner trying to cut in. Drops it back for Bunting. Now Brody at the point. Long shot. Deflects wide. Blocked in front. Hagel trying to hit Bunting there along the boards. Yes, Violet. Leafs are looking pretty good to finish second in the division anyway. But if they win this game, definitely they'll be for sure second. Nah, I got this bang energy right here, making sure I'm lively for this game. It's Key lime pie. It's actually a pretty good flavor. Better than I thought it was going to be. Making sure I'm hyped up and can bring the energy for this whole game. So this is going to be a fun one. 14.5 still to go in the first. Offensive zone faceoff won by Toronto. Setting it up back in the attacking end. All right, so the Toronto Maple Leafs will clinch the 2 seed with a regulation win and a Bruins loss in this game. So if the Leafs win in regulation and the Bruins lose, which they're down 2-0 right now, Leafs clinch second place. Cap, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Brought up now by Tampa. They'll try and get the cycle game going in the attacking end. Kucherov in the corner, poked away from him. Behind the net now, Kerfoot. Gets away from Stamkos, up the boards. Leafs are out of their zone. Palat comes over, shields off Kerfoot in front of the benches. And now we'll get a whistle. It looks like that puck popped up into the Lightning bench area. 13:41 to go here in the first. Should have a neutral zone faceoff coming up. But it's going to be after this commercial break. As we're going to go to commercial stoppage number 1 here of this one. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Please don't forget, it means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, talk hockey, and have some fun. Gearing up for the playoffs. It's going to be so much fun when we finally get playoff action going here. But this could be a playoff primer. This very well could be a first-round playoff series. So, just really, really excited to be this close to postseason action. Also, while we're at commercial here, I have updated the stream schedule through next week, and boy, can I not wait to show you guys this. Let me hit the copy and paste button here. And next week's schedule is a doozy. Wow, they all fit. I'm almost surprised they all fit. There it is in the chat. Next week's stream schedule, we got a bunch coming up. I'm going to be doing a couple of double headers next week to get myself primed and ready to go for the playoffs, because once the playoffs come around, I'm definitely going to be doing more double headers in the postseason than I normally do in the regular season. So to get ready for that, I'm doing a couple next week. It is going to be a lot of fun. Still some things to figure out. Playoffs obviously getting ready. And it's going to be a crazy one. No Mander, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you, Cap. Just keeping it growing. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, definitely Extreme Gamer. I expected them to be a playoff team at the beginning of the year. It's been a bad year for them. Yeah, it does look like Florida's in good shape for the President's Trophy. I mean, winning 11 in a row certainly helps with that. Tampa Bay into the offensive zone now off the outside of the net. Big hit down low there. One of the Leafs just got absolutely nailed by a Lightning player on the forecheck. Taken now up into the offensive zone by Blackwell there. And it's kept in. Good play by the Leafs, keeping it in the offensive zone. Now it comes up to Corey Perry. And he'll dump it in for Tampa Bay. Head off for a line change. Leafs have it back now. It's Liljegren. Brother BKL, what's going on? Welcome in. Rangers aren't determined yet. Nothing. Rangers could win the division. Rangers could still finish second. We have no idea yet who they're playing in the playoffs. That's not going to be determined until the next few games are figured out. Playing it around now, up and out it goes. Right back to the neutral zone. Still got a Tampa Bay player. Looks shaken up. Very gingerly going back to the bench. And that's dumped in by Toronto. Yeah, no Braden Point, no Austin Matthews in this game. Both teams missing their number one center. Up it goes now. Tampa through the neutral zone. Cirelli into the offensive end. That was Maroon who was shaken up for the Lightning, and he is in rough shape on the bench right now. That is not a player that they want to lose for the for the playoffs. They need him in playoff hockey, that's for sure. Played around now. That's dumped deep. Played up now, 11:25 still to go here in the first. Long shot there. That one's deflected wide. Cirelli gets to it. Muscles it away from Morgan Riley. Chernak with it now. Long shot blocked in front. Good shot block there from Labushkin. Out to Hedman. Keeps it in at the blue line. It's not really a big thing anymore, Ryan. Nobody, everything's back to normal. Luke, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Everything's been back to normal here for months now. And that one goes back out. We got too many men on the ice. Another penalty call. And is this going to be another one on Tampa Bay? No, it's against Toronto. Too many men on the ice. Tampa Bay is going to get their first crack at a power play here. So Toronto gets caught with too many men on the ice. And Tampa Bay... Oh, now Simmons and Maroon are talking on the bench. Simmons and Maroon going back and forth on the bench. Those are two wily old veterans who have been around the league a long, long time. I wonder, we'll see if they drop the gloves at some point later in this game, but Simmer and Maroon having a long conversation on the benches right now. Two guys that know each other very well and have been around quite a long time. Back out high, Tampa setting up now on the power play. Shot in there, Shalgren with a nice pad save. Tampa here trying to get going on the power play. Toronto trying to kill this one off. Chance out high. That one top of the circle. Goes past Stamkos and out of the zone. Good clear there for Toronto, but it's brought right back in by Kucherov. Here's Killorn. Shot gets blocked. Puck loose in the middle. Gotten back by Stamkos. Minute 10 still on the power play. Working around. Chance in front. Not able to get a clean shot off, and then Perry sends it wide. Back up now. Toronto into the offensive zone. Giordano shorthanded. Poked away. Great poke check there by Vasilevsky. Tampa trying to go back the other way into the offensive zone. Perry in front. Kick save. Rebound. It hops over the net. And that goes all the way down. Cleared again by Toronto. Talk about chances here. Nobody can tickle the twine, though. Doing everything but actually putting the puck in the net. So close for both of these teams. And that's sent all the way down. Cleared again. Doing a good job on the penalty kill here is Toronto. 15 seconds to go. They've almost killed it off. No, this is an ESPN game, no mander. Taken in down now in the corner. Up the wall, taken and cleared one final time by the Maple Leafs. Power play's over. Both teams 0 for 1 on their power play chances so far. 8:33 now to go in the first period. Lightning up through the neutral zone. We're back 5-on-5. Moved in now. Simmons out there against Bogosian. Poked away from him. Lightning come back the other way. Into the offensive zone. It's Belmar. He loses it. Here comes Tampa now. For Toronto into the offensive zone. Tampa trying to get back. They do. Shield everything to the outside. Pass through from Simmons to Riley. Long shot. Just deflects wide. Good opportunity there. 8 minutes to go in the first. Rolls in on Vasilevsky. He's just going to cover it up. And we'll get a quick whistle here. 7:56 to go in the first. It will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Maple Leafs. And we'll head to commercial break number 2 of this one. Just under 8 minutes to go. Avi, what is going on, my man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Commercial break, ozone draw for Toronto coming up. This has been a very good back-and-forth game so far. And I feel like it's probably going to be this tight all the way through. Very, very good action in this one. Yeah, no, Simmer's a great fighter. That's why Simmons has been able to be like a good fighter for so long, is because he's got the technical side of it down very, very well. He's not a huge guy. Like, Simmons isn't that big of a guy, especially compared to some of the other fighters in the league, but he knows what he's doing with the gloves off, and that's why he's able to handle himself so well, even against bigger opponents. Great. He was a great add for the Maple Leafs. Great guy to add to that lineup. Definitely some style of player that they needed in that lineup for sure. Doesn't put up the big numbers offensively anymore like he used to with Philadelphia, but very good grit guy to have in your bottom 6. This is definitely a big playoffs for Edmonton, Extreme Gamer. Absolutely. If they go one and done in the playoffs again this year, there's going to be a lot of uproar in Edmonton. They are not going to be happy with a one and done. I mean, yeah, Avi, Simmons with the Flyers was literally a 30-goal scorer who could also fight like 8 to 10 times a year. You talk about like the total package of a power forward, like prime Simmons. Offensively, he's certainly not that level of scorer anymore as he's gotten older, but still a lot of leadership and a lot of grit on the fourth line that is going to help Toronto a lot, and already has helped Toronto, since he's been there. But playoffs, that's going to be a good thing to have. Behind the net now. Moved up now into the offensive end. Toronto going back on the rush. Taking it here by Bunting. Moves it to the middle. Chip through here. Trying to get it to Brody. TJ Brody makes a possession play behind the net. Looking for a pass out. Long shot there. Deflected wide. Moved up now. Taken here over the blue line. Out to the neutral zone. And that one's taken away. It's going to be Toronto with it now, regrouping in their own zone. 7 minutes left in the first. Eddie, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Shot in there. Vasilevsky with a nice stop on Engvall. And that's moved over the red line now. Jan Ruda into the offensive zone, trying to get some help from Palat. Palat gets out-muscled by Lyubushkin. Toronto takes the puck up, and they'll get it out of the zone. Good play there from Ilya Lyubushkin. Here's Kerfoot now into the offensive end. Nylander jumping into the play. Tries to pass it off, but it's broken up by Ruda. Back the other way now. Here comes Tampa Bay. Kucherov. Pass across. Save by Shalgren. Big stop there by the Leafs goalie. We stay scoreless. Cal Foot's going to play it back now. Get it over to McDonough. McDonough spins off of Engvall's hit. Will outlet pass to Colton. Up into the offensive zone now. Tampa back the other way. Behind the net. Yeah, Wilson and Simmons are actually pretty good friends, Anified. They've fought a few times in their career, but their off-season, they're buddies, and they train together and work out and box and stuff, so they're competitors on the ice, but pretty good buddies off the ice. Eric Shalgren is the goalie for the Leafs. No mander. Chance here for Corey Perry. Spin around shot blocked by TJ Brody. Here's Nick Paul with it. Getting pressured by a couple of Leafs. They get it up, and Mikheyev will get it out of the zone. Cleared again by Toronto. I definitely think there'll be some sort of big change, TCB, yes. Pablo, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Working around now. Tampa trying to set up in the offensive end. Maroon up the board. Simmons the first one to it, but can't chip it by McDonough. Back to Maroon. Taken by Spezza behind the net. Spezza up to Clifford. Clifford over the red line. He dumps it in. Simmons will go after it against Bogosian in the corner. Plays it down low. Up the wall it goes. Eddie, what's going on? Great to see you in the chat, man. Really appreciate it. Behind the net. Dumped back in here by Tampa Bay. Trying to work it up now. Leafs out of their zone, back to the neutral zone. 4.5 to go in the first. Playing this one methodically up ice. Tavares over the blue line into the offensive end. Shot attempt gets blocked wide. Gets it right back behind the net. Looking to make a pass in front. It's stolen by Anthony Cirelli. Taken now back the other way. Here comes Tampa. Into the offensive zone. Move to the middle. Good job getting back defensively by Toronto. They break up the play and now have some speed up ice. Marner around Cirelli. Into the offensive zone. Long shot here. Vassey's got to make the save and he'll cover that one up. And I believe we'll be headed to our last commercial break of this first period. Still a scoreless game between the Leafs and Lightning. 4:01 to go in the first. So the Bruins announced today that David Pastrnak and Hampus Lindholm will either be back for Sunday's game against the Canadiens or Tuesday's game against Florida. They don't know which yet, but they're both expected to be back either Sunday or Tuesday. But they will be playing before the end of the regular season for Boston. So they'll get at least a couple of tune-up games in before the playoffs. So that's good news for the Bruins that they'll be back before the playoffs start. Yeah, big night. 11 games tonight, Cap, in the NHL. All right, so we are at our final commercial break here. Yeah, that's huge for the Canes, Xanafide. They need Anderson. They really need Anderson. Spaghetti Factory, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We are at our final commercial break here. The first period with about 4 minutes to go. Still scoreless, but lots of back and forth action in this one. Just nobody able to find the back of the net. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. It's awesome to have you all in the chat. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of every team, welcome and wanted here. You know, I cover the whole league, just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, have fun, and talk some hockey. Upcoming stream schedule is in the chat. We got a bunch coming up next week, including back-to-back double headers. Getting ready for the playoffs. It is going to be a heck of a time. So there are a lot of streams coming up here to close out the regular season. I am extremely biased, Avi, but my pick would be Cale Makar just because I am extremely biased towards Cale Makar. Nick, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Boston, assuming they finish in a wild card spot, will play the winner of the Metro Division as Engvall races in here, gets a shot off. Nice pad save by Vasilevsky as we're back underway. They would get the winner of the Metro if they finish in the top wild card spot. If they drop to the second wild card spot, they'd play Florida. So still seeding-wise, a lot to be determined here. As the Leafs take it now in their own zone, Justin Holl passes it up. Now it's sent back. Leafs player gets sandwiched between a couple of bolts, and Tampa comes away with the puck. Here's Stamkos. He'll dump that one in. Played down low now. Lightning in the offensive end. Can't maintain the puck. And Tavares will carry it out for Toronto. 3-on-3 up ice into the offensive zone. Down behind the net. Tavares back to the point. Played to Riley. Riley goes over with it. Taken now. Bunting in the corner. 2:50 to go in the first. Thrown in there. That one gets blockered down by Vasilevsky. Spun away now, Tavares gets it through to Riley. And they're trying to work that out in front. Can't get it through. They'll try the far side. Out to the point, Labushkin. Now to Marner. Vasi sees it the whole way and makes the save. Working it over now. Leafs still keep it in the offensive zone. Hal, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. Oh, Jesus, Nick. I'll have to see a video of that on Twitter after the game. Taken now by Giordano. Moved up now. Pass a little too far in front. Doesn't connect, and that's going to be icing against Toronto here with 2:01 to go in the first. You don't see Giordano miss those passes very often. He's always been a solid puck mover, but that pass was just a little offline. Phantom, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, it has had that feel to it, Cap, absolutely. And it should. I mean, these are two teams that very realistically could be playing each other in the playoffs. So it should feel like a playoff game at this point in the year. And this one has had that high energy back and forth feel to it, 100%. Been pretty physical, too. There hasn't been really much after the whistle stuff, but the game itself, there's been quite a bit of hitting in this one. So it does have that playoff feel to it. Monkey Raid, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. 1:50 to go in the first. Down now in the offensive zone. Leafs back in on the forecheck. Played by Belmar up the wall. Trying to get it out is Tampa Bay. They do. Maroon with a hit there at the red line. Leafs get the puck back in their own zone. Blackwell now trying to muscle away from Cal Foote. Kampf comes in to help. Back to the blue line. Shot here by Brody. And that one is grabbed by Vasilevsky. And he'll cover that up. 1:24 to go in the first. Another offensive zone faceoff for Toronto coming up. Anthony, what is going on? Good to see you in the chat. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It's awesome to see you in the chat. We've got ourselves a heck of a hockey game going on right now. Michelle, what is going on? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate it. Taken up now out over the red line. Played here. Behind the net. Worked up by Brody. Leafs through the neutral zone again. Moved into the offensive end. .58 to go here in the first. Taken in here by Cirelli. Shot. Nice blocker save by Shalgren. 45 seconds to go in the first period. Leafs trying to get it out of their zone. It's Justin Hull. He'll take it behind the net as Tampa gets a line change. Alex, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Steven, what is going on? Welcome. Really, really appreciate it. Up and out you go. Jansen now trying to tuck it in. We got a penalty call coming up here against the Lightning late in the period. Played into the middle now. Simmons out to the point. Delayed penalty against Tampa Bay. Shot there, deflected wide. Final 8 seconds to go. And that's finally going to get whistled down as the Lightning touch the puck. Victor Hedman headed to the penalty box. Kyle Clifford driving the net, draws the penalty. And Toronto is going to go to the power play here. And they will, unless they score in the next 6 seconds, will start the second period with a power play. And a significant amount of power play time as well. Jets are officially out, Pablo. So Clifford does a good job there drawing the penalty, driving the net. And that's cleared right off of the faceoff by Tampa. That will be the end of the first period. But over a minute and 50 seconds of power play time will carry over for Toronto to start the second period. And that is how we will begin the middle frame. Scoreless after one, but certainly not for the lack of chances. Very back and forth, exciting first period, but nobody able to find the back of the net yet. Both goalies have been sharp, and nobody's been able to get one on the board. Appreciate all you guys watching. That is the end of one. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes of action still to go in this one. Really, really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an awesome, awesome game. And I can't wait. We still got 2 more periods to go. So very, very excited for this one here tonight. It has lived up to the hype so far. Big time playoff feel to that first period. But please don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy the games, and have some fun. Appreciate it. Jeff, what is going on? Lino, welcome in. Real Deal, Aiden, and... Yo, we're getting raided by HTH. What an absolute legend. Thank you guys so much. Really, really appreciate it. As we go to the intermission, HTH has arrived. God, I'm going to try and say hi to everybody. Aiden, Gabriel, Zarbian, Ottawa Senators, Joseph, Nije, Austin, Logan. Oh, God, I'm not going to be able to keep up with everybody. Saul, Jesse, Rick, Dr. Rain, Harrison, Joseph. Scott, what is going on? Welcome in. Ray Bro, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. Justin, welcome. Thank you guys all so much. Thank you so much to HTH for the raid. What an absolute legend. That is awesome, my man. John, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate the support. As always, my friend. And welcome in, everybody. Awesome to see you guys. Thanks for coming by. We're doing the same game, Toronto, Tampa Bay, and this has been a heck of a game so far. Really, really good one. Great to see you, Rick. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Dr. Rain, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype on the chat, everybody, for Dr. Rain, new subscriber to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Joseph, I very much think this is an up-in-the-air game. I'd say it's a tough one to call. Leafs got a lot of shots, though, in that period. I feel like they had the better of the offensive opportunities, but still a lot of hockey left to be played. But Leafs had a solid first, particularly being the road team. That's a good road period for Toronto. Brandon, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hey, Rick, awesome. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Pablo. Appreciate it. Yeah, HTH is out for the night. I know he did the first period, right? Because I saw that he went live, but he must have only been able to do the first period. But I appreciate all you guys coming in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really awesome to have you. I cover the whole NHL on this channel. Just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can have some fun and enjoy the games, enjoy chatting it up with other hockey fans. So, really, really appreciate you guys all being here. Tanya, what is going on? Welcome in. Angie, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Angela in the chat. Great to have you. Aiden, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate that. Can we get some new sub hype in the chat for Aiden? Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, there you go, Zarbi, and that sounds like a lot of fun. Isaiah, what's going on? Corey, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Ultra Booster, what's going on? Jessica, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Jose, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Jake, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Yeah, definitely possible. I mean, not even just possible, Isaac. It's almost looking likely. With Carolina struggling, although they're only down by 1 to Winnipeg with a whole period to go. So that game's not over yet. But if Carolina keeps struggling and the Rangers keep winning, the Rangers are going to win that division. And then it will be New York against the first wild card team, not Carolina. Weather was sunny, but pretty windy and chilly today, Pablo. No, Zarbian, I haven't. Jeff, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Appreciate you guys all watching. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, I mean, how about just Andrew Kopp in general for the New York Rangers, Jake? I mean, he has been awesome since that trade. And that was a very important trade for the Rangers. I really think that they greatly improved their forward group's overall depth with that deal. That's turned out to be awesome for them. Anderson might be back, Axie. We don't... Jarry's a lot much more of a question mark. Anderson looks like he might be back, but we don't know for sure. Obviously, we'll have to see how it goes, but if it ends up Carolina versus Pittsburgh in the first round, the goaltending health for both of those teams is in question. Or Minda, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, okay. I got you, Zarbian. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see much of that because it got shut down pretty early on. Norm, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah. No, Dr. Rain, Canes could be a better matchup for Pittsburgh, especially if they don't have their goalie. Like, if they don't have Anderson, that makes the Canes a team that, you know, could be vulnerable if they don't have their starting goaltender. Or if they have Anderson, but he's not 100% and he's trying to play through an injury, that could make them a little vulnerable. Eddie, it depends on, like, the context. If they're just a troll in the chat that's here to waste everybody's time, then yes. If they're just trolling in the chat and aren't providing anything of value, then yes. But it depends on the context. Kreider's been unbelievable this year, Aiden. Kreider's been unreal this year. 50-goal season for Chris Kreider. Definitely was not expecting that at the beginning of the year. I mean, I thought he could have like a very solid like 35 goal season. I was not expecting him to score 50. Yeah, him and Trevor Logan are the two new mods. All right, while we're at intermission here, let's take a stroll through the NHL scoreboard and take a look at what's going on. I am not sure, TCB. They've been kind of quiet on the injury to Anderson, so I don't know a lot of details on that. Cade, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Gabriel, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, he's played very well, Dr. Rain. Recently, especially, he's played very well. I definitely think, you know, it'll be interesting to see it. You know, if he has to start games in the playoffs, it will see what he looks like in the postseason. But he's looked pretty well in the regular season. He's played well in the regular season. But let's take a stroll through the NHL scoreboard right now because there's a lot of games going on. Penguins have a 3-0 lead over the Bruins at the second intermission, trying to get some revenge for last weekend when the Bruins won 2-1. So it looks like the Penguins are going to get some revenge tonight. Flyers have a 4-2 lead over the Canadiens, second intermission. Panthers have a 4-2 lead over the Red Wings, starting early in the third period. The Buffalo Sabres lead the New Jersey Devils 3-1 in the third period. The Winnipeg Jets have a 2-1 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes early in the third. The Rangers and Islanders, 5-1 Rangers. Absolute beatdown going on there at the end of the second period. Canucks and Wild are tied 0-0 at the end of the first. This game is tied 0-0 at the end of the first. Coming up at 9 o'clock, we have Dallas and Calgary. And then at 10:30, Chicago versus LA and St. Louis versus San Jose. Busy night in the NHL. Santi Bricks, it's all added through Streamlabs, which is a software that I use to stream. Alex, what's going on? Welcome in. Jake with the 2. Thank you so much. Really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's get some dono hype for Jake in the chat. Dropping a 2 on the stream. No, they do not, Ashley. Vegas does not play tonight. Oh boy. Best at every position. Jesus. God, that's tough. I hate ranking players because I don't like to rank players. I mean, also this season, all right, so this season, I would say, man, who's been the best wing this year? Because picking a single wing is not easy. I mean, Ovechkin's got 51 goals. You could almost say Ovechkin potential. Oh, no, Huberdeau. All right, so for this season, I would say Matthews, Huberdeau, Josi, Shesterkin. Just for this season. Overall, when you start to take careers into it, it gets a little more up for debate. But for this season, Matthews, Huberdeau, Josi, and Shesterkin. Yeah, definitely, Ian. Thoughts go out to Guy Lafleur for sure. Anthony, Boston Bruins, but I cover the entire NHL on here. Kendra, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Zarbian, have a good night. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. See you later, Zarbian. Have a great night. Thank you. I don't know, Isaac. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into that. I'd have to, you know, looking at if I had replays in front of me, I could break down like what goes wrong if I had a chance with a replay in front of me and a control to like stop and rewind and slow-mo it and kind of go through it step by step. But I mean, a lot of times it, not necessarily the Leafs tonight, but a lot of times the things that cause 2-on-1s to go wrong is the overpassing of the puck or passing when you should shoot. And then other times the goalie just plays it well. I mean, a lot of times if the goalie plays it well, the way that I was always taught with 2-on-1s was the defenseman takes the pass away and the goalie focuses on the shot. If you're the defenseman, just don't let them get that pass across to the guy on the other side, because that's obviously the most difficult save in that situation for the goalie to make, is try and get across the net and beat the shot, basically. And that's the hardest thing to do. So if you're the defender in a 2-on-1 situation, I was always taught that you want to take away the pass. If they get a shot off, let the goalie handle the shot and don't let them pass it across. And then it just basically, you make it a 1-on-1 between the goalie and the shooter. And if the shooter's able to pick a corner and rip a good shot, then so be it. If not, then the goalie's there to make the save. But odd man rushes are not easy to defend, but if you do it correctly and put yourself in a good position, they are defendable. And you can, if they try and force a pass through a defender that is playing pass, a lot of times they get a chance to break it up with good stick position or getting a skate on it or something like that. Oh, that's what they're supposed to do, Dr. Rain, but you don't see many forwards dropping in a 2-on-1 situation. 3-on-2s, you have the forward high. You have the forward that comes back high into the slot a lot in 3-on-2s. But on 2-on-1s, you most of the time forwards tend to drive the net more than drop back. They usually just drive to that back post I guess front post, depending on where the TV camera is. But a lot of times forwards drive the post and they just try and get a pass across or get the shot off. But if they were to drop back, then if the defenseman were to go with them when they drop back, that would open up the lane. That would open up the lane for the forward driving in with the puck to come in on goal and get to the middle, which, could really open up the scoring opportunities. So, yeah, I mean, there's different ways to play it offensively as well, depending on what you're trying to do. But most of the time, what I see is the forward drives the post looking for a cross-ice pass. And if you defend it properly, you take that pass away with the defenseman and then let the goalie handle the shot. But it's easy to break it down in slow motion on a video screen and talk about it. It's another thing to do it at full speed when you have literally maybe 2 to 3 seconds maximum to think about everything that's going on and make the play. Absolutely, Kyle. Once the bracket is actually figured out, 100%. Big show. No Matthews tonight. No Matthews tonight for Toronto. No Braden Point for Tampa Bay either. We're getting ready to start the second period. We're going to be getting back into the action. Oh boy, cannot wait. And Carolina has tied the game against Winnipeg. Carolina and Winnipeg 2-2 now. So the Hurricanes aren't going to go away that easily. They are tied up 2-2 now in the third period against the Jets. Oh, Darren's got the over. You need some big-time scoring in this period, Darren. You need some big-time scoring. And it looks like Owen Power has scored his first career goal for Buffalo. Congratulations to him. All right, we're getting ready to go here. Second period action. Toronto will have almost the full 2 minutes of power play time to start the second here. It's a scoreless game beginning period 2. And we are underway. Minute 50 of power play time here for Toronto. Into the offensive zone. And they're trying to get set up here. Played back now. Taken back to the point. Leafs setting up in the offensive zone. Long shot in here. And that one gets sent down behind the net. Good clear early here from Tampa Bay. And that's cleared all the way down again by the Lightning. 1 minute now left to go on the power play. Tampa with a good start here early in the second on the penalty kill. Still time, though, for Toronto as they carry the puck up through the neutral zone. It's Mitch Marner. Backhanded into the offensive end. Playing it up now. Michael Bunting on the half wall. Back to the point. Move top of the circle. Marner. Cross-ice pass. Taken by Liljegren. Timothy Liljegren back to the point. Giordano over now to Marner. Top of the circle. Through the middle. Deflected up high, and it's gloved by Vasilevsky. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Offensive zone faceoff coming up now for the Maple Leafs. 18:35 to go in the second. Second period action here. Still scoreless between these two. Divisional game here. Potential first round playoff matchup. And it's been a very good one so far. Marner's always been a pass-first player. He's always been a pass-first player. That's, you know, he's a guy that racks up assists, and he's a playmaker. That's what he does. There are certainly times where he could maybe shoot when he doesn't, but he's not a shoot-first guy, and I don't think he ever is going to be. He's always going to be a playmaker first and foremost. Cleared all the way down again, and that is pretty much going to do it here for the power play as the final seconds tick off, and we are back to even strength action. 5-on-5. Toronto and Tampa still scoreless. Moved up now by McDonough. Dumps it in for the Lightning. They'll go on the forecheck. It's Palat against Hull. Hull moves it through the middle and clears it out of the zone. Leafs take possession back now. Brody to Justin Hull in the corner. Up out of the zone all the way down, and Kerfoot was offsides there. And that's going to get whistled down. It's going to go all the way back to the Leaf zone. It looks like 17:35 to go. Second period action. And a face-off coming up. And that's cleared all the way down again, right off of the face-off by Toronto, and it will be another icing call. So it will be an offensive zone face-off again here for Tampa. 17:27 remaining second period, early here in period number 2. And still scoreless. Both teams looking for this first goal. This very, very much has a playoff feel to it. It's been a playoff style game, very tight playoff style game. As Kerfoot beats that one out for the icing, Leafs trying to set up in the offensive zone. Back the other way. Cleared by Tampa Bay. Both teams fumbling around for it in the neutral zone. Palat has it. Pass up over the blue line. And it's brought up now by Engvall. Pass across. Chance here for Toronto. Shot in there. Vasilevsky makes the save. Yeah, TJ Brody's had a solid game, Rick. Absolutely. He's made some very good defensive plays. As Tampa will take this one. Long pass through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Here's Kucherov. Kucherov poked away from him by Lyubushkin. Taken by Cirelli. Pass to Hedman. Tampa still has an offensive zone. Into the middle here. Shot. And Shalgren makes the save. He'll cover that. Only the 9th shot on goal. Only the 9th shot on goal in the game for Tampa Bay. And we now will have an offensive zone draw for the Lightning coming up. Good save there by Shalgren. Able to come out. No super dangerous traffic in front. He sees it the whole way and smothers it. Ozone draw now here. Cirelli in to take it. One back to the top of the circle. Hedman's blast goes wide. Chernak keeps it in. Down behind the net now. Taken by Hagel. Hagel on the backhand. To the point. Hedman to Chernak. Top of the circle, long shot, rips that one wide. Out again. Cycling now, offensive zone. Lightning with possession, long shot in there. Deflection, scores! Tampa opens the scoring. And that was deflected in front, I believe, by Killorn. And Tampa Bay takes the 1-0 lead. Good shot from the point, deflected by Alex Killorn. And the Lightning go up by 1 here early in period 2. And that was just a pretty deflection by Killorn. Gets his stick on the puck. That's why you want your stick down low in front of the net, on the ice where you can get deflections on shots. 24th goal of the season for Alex Killorn. And it is a 1-0 lead here for the Lightning in period 2. And they finally open the scoring in this one. And we are right back in. Lightning on the offense, in the offensive zone on the forecheck. What is going on? Just another day, what is going on? Welcome in. And that's going to be offsides against Toronto here. We'll get a whistle and a neutral zone draw coming up. So after a little bit of, or quite a bit of scoreless hockey, over a period of scoreless hockey, we get our first goal of the game. It's Tampa Bay on the deflection. Still a long way to go in this one. One back, played here now by the Lightning. Trying to work it out of their zone. With the 10. Thank you so much, Really, really appreciate that. Go Bolts, cup of coffee for you. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get that hype in the chat for everybody, as Engvall just sends one wide of the post. Leafs are in on the attack. Trying to even this thing right back up. Thank you so much again. Get that hype in the chat, everybody. Really, really appreciate it. Supports the channel a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shot in again. Perry with a chance, rips it wide. Blocked behind the net. Lyubushkin goes D-to-D with it to, I believe that's Riley. Moved up now. Lyubushkin takes a hit from Maroon, but dumps the puck deep. Sergachev chases after it. Up the wall it goes. Lightning clear it out. Maroon in the neutral zone. Can't get it by the D. Toronto back to the offensive end, but it's cleared again by Tampa Bay. Leafs regroup. Simmons over the red line, backhands it in. Clifford will go on the forecheck. Coming in now, cleared out again by the Lightning. Here they come up ice. Belmar into the offensive zone. Leafs get back defensively. Belmar spins away. Maroon's shot goes wide. Up the boards now. 14:30 to go in the second period. Back to the point here. Out high, Bogosian shot. That one stopped on the way through by Shalgren. Pads it to the corner, Lightning keep it in. Another chance here, ripped well wide. Sergachev at the point, D-to-D, Bogosian. Bogosian with it, just sends it down low as the Lightning get a line change, or at least a partial change. Into the middle there, shot just sent wide by Kucherov. Good opportunity. Bogosian again out high, to the corner, into the middle, trying to get it through to Stamkos. He plays it off the boards. Back out again to the point. Bogosian, shot in, deflection over the bar. Leafs stuck in their own zone now, trying to get it out, and finally they're able to chip it up ice and back to the Lightning end. Sergachev will play it behind at his own goal line. And that's brought back the other way as the Leafs get fresh guys on the ice. Clear it out of their zone. Mikheyev over at the red line, takes possession back. D-to-D, Liljegren with it. Up, and Kampf will dump it in. Here's Mikheyev on the forecheck. Vasi behind the net, works it up the boards to McDonough. McDonough pressured by Kampf. Goes the other way with it, and the Lightning carry it up and get it out of the zone. Here's Kucherov through neutral ice into the offensive end. Pass goes off a skate. McDonough's got to get back and get it. 13 minutes to go here in the second. McDonough. Up, deflected in by Paul. Giordano takes it. Giordano with a pass up the middle, out of the zone. Played deep behind the net. Over now. Perry plays it in the corner. Move to the middle. And that goes out back again to the neutral zone. Lightning maintain possession. It's Victor Hedman as they get a line change. Carries it to the offensive end. Looking for a wraparound chance. Second opportunity just sent high. Third chance just rolls by the post. Big chances there for Tampa Bay. Not able to find the back of the net again, though. 12:20 to go now in the second. Really good last run of play here for the Lightning. Putting on tons of pressure in the Toronto end. Brought up now by Brandon Hagel. Spins it deep into the offensive zone past Killorn. Gets it by Cirelli with it now, pressured by Tavares. Cirelli back to the point. Lightning still have it over to Hedman. Hedman winds one up, blocked in front there. And the Leafs are able to get it out. Here comes Toronto up ice into the offensive end, poked away by Cirelli on the back check. Marner gets to it first, though. Can't keep it in. Cirelli steals. Here's Cirelli and Killorn into the offensive zone. Killorn shot goes wide. Angela, see you later. Thank you so much for coming by. Hopefully we'll talk soon. Great to have you here. Marner loses that. And the Lightning will take it. End-to-end action in this one. Very exciting game here between these two as they go back and forth. 11:22 to go here in the second period. Up the boards, Maroon, not able to get that one out. Chance backdoor. How did they not put that in? The Leafs with a golden opportunity, but it just goes wide. Now Colton to Belmar, deep on the forecheck. Leafs get to it first. Brody with it, double teamed. Squirts it out to Engvall. Engvall will clear the zone. Over the red line, into the offensive end. Here's Toronto. Nylander shot. Blocked there by Sergachev. Nylander keeps possession. Moves it to the middle. Chased by Sergachev. Spins away from him. Shot in front. Glove down by Vasilevsky. And Maroon takes care of Engvall in front of the net. We get a whistle here. It's covered by Vasi. And an offensive zone face-off coming up for the Maple Leafs. What a run of hockey that we just had. The last 3-4 minutes. Incredible end-to-end action. And some big stops there for Andrei Vasilevsky. It stays 1-0 Lightning. Woo! This is a fun one here tonight. I am very, very glad to be doing this game tonight. This has been awesome. We had to commercial break, second period. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Please don't forget, it really helps the channel a ton if you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everybody can come together, enjoy the game, have some fun. And I am, for one, certainly having a lot of fun watching this one. This has been an incredible game. If these two end up playing in the playoffs, what a series that is going to be. Got the upcoming stream schedule in the chat as well. So if you guys want to know what's coming up on the schedule for the rest of this season, next week to close out the regular season, we've got a big week coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Man, this is one of those games where I'm just able to sit back and just enjoy hockey. I love games like this. Yep, next week's the last week of the regular season. Playoffs start May 2nd, Xanafied. They have Saturday, Sunday off, and then playoffs start May 2nd. But these are one of those games that, as a hockey fan, I just get to sit back and just enjoy it and really be happy watching hockey. This has been such a good game as the Leafs win that one back in the offensive zone. Long shot from the point, blocked down. Tampa trying to get it out. Killorn will clear. Hal, the goal was scored by Alex Killorn. A deflection goal for Killorn has Tampa up 1-0 here. Max, what's going on? Welcome in. Move through the neutral zone. Backhanded in by Marner. Here's Bunting. Takes it behind the net, looking for a play out in front. Spin around shot. Nice blocker stop there by Vasilevsky. And Tampa clears it out. Justin Holl will play it. 10-10 to go here in the second period as we approach the halfway point of this one. Kerfoot down in the corner. Bounces off the check. Gets it to the middle. Lightning swarm the middle, but can't steal the puck. Engvall has it. At least they keep him from getting a shot on goal. Now it comes to the corner. Lightning up. Still can't get it out. Nylander keeps it in. Chasing Hedman now. Hedman behind his own net. Pressured by the forecheck. Gets it up the wing, and this time Tampa will clear. Couple of scary moments there for the Lightning in their own end. Here come the Leafs right back in. Shot and a good save by Vasilevsky on Engvall. And that will be covered up now. Chernak and Engvall having a little bit of a conversation after the whistle. Linesmen get in between them. 9:36 to go in the second period. In an offensive zone faceoff coming up here for Toronto as they look to tie this one up. Toronto, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Absolutely, Rick. I mean, this is one of those games where both teams are playing well. I mean, this is, I think, one of the things that really makes it feel like a playoff game is that, both teams are just playing good hockey, and it's a straight-up battle all over the ice. Both ends, up and down action. It's a battle all over the ice, and it feels like a playoff game. I mean, I don't think fans of either team can complain how their teams are playing in this one. It's been just a really good hockey game. So we head to another quick commercial break here. Past the halfway point of this game, period number 2. It could be a series, James. Absolutely. It's looking more and more likely that this is going to be a first-round matchup. So I'll tell you what, if this is a first-round playoff series, I will be excited for sure. Malika, great to have you here. Really appreciate it. James, awesome to see you in the chat as well. Thank you guys all so much for being here. We have ourselves quite the hockey game going on here tonight, man. This has been awesome. And a quick chance to catch our breath. Oh, really, Em? That's really, really cool. I love Chucky. He's one of my favorite Bruins. Stud defenseman. That's awesome that you got to meet him. Played around now. Here's the Leafs with it. Setting up in the offensive zone. Shot gets deflected to the corner. Played behind the net. Lightning come away with it. Palat. Pass out of the zone over the red line. Dumped in. Stamkos will go in on the forecheck. Played down low behind the net. Yes, Toronto. Austin Matthews is probably the MVP of the league this year. And definitely one of the best players in the NHL. No doubt about it. He is incredibly good. Back out high now. Long shot there. Palat. Nice blocker save by Shalgren. Good hit there by Palat jumping in on Liljegren. Liljegren takes it well. Tries to keep the puck moving. Giordano gets it to the middle. And Toronto will get this one up and out of their zone over the red line. Liljegren will just dump it in as the Leafs get a line change. Played up now. Dumped into the offensive end. Around now here, Nick Paul chasing against Riley. Forechecking pressure. Tampa comes away with a puck. Backdoor. And Ross Colton scores! Ross Colton, after a great pass from Nick Paul, makes it 2-0 Tampa Bay. And the forechecking pressure forces the turnover. And Tampa takes advantage. It's a 2-0 game. And that is what a heavy forecheck can do in hockey. As Paul comes in, pressures against Morgan Riley. Riley falls down. And Paul passes it across to the back post, where Ross Colton was waiting. And it's a 2-0 lead here for the Lightning. M with another 10. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get some more Dono hype in the chat for M. Drop another 10 on the stream. Really, really, really appreciate it, my friend. 8 minutes to go here in the second. Down low now. James, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Awesome to have you. 7:45 to go in the second period. Dumped back in here by Toronto, but it's going to be icing. And we'll get the whistle now. 7:43, offensive zone draw to go. 7:43 left. Offensive zone face-off coming for Tampa Bay. What a great pass from Paul through Liljegren's legs and hits Ross Colton sitting on the post. And just taps it in past Shalgren, who obviously had no time to get over. Can't blame the goaltender for that one. Liljegren cannot let a pass get clean through the crease like that. I mean, he's in good position. He just doesn't stop the pass. And as a defenseman, you cannot let that pass get through cleanly like that. And now we've got an injury. Oh, boy. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare struggling to get back to his skates here. It looks like it's going to be a penalty call against the Maple Leafs here. And he got tangled up in front of the net and then hit with the puck. The shot actually went off of him as him and Spezza were all tangled up in front of the net. And I think it's actually the shot that hurt Bellemare there as he took it off the outside of the knee. Cleveland, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. It looks like Spetz is going to the penalty box. Lil Beastie, what's going on? Welcome in. Tampa to the power play here. And the Lightning are trying to make it 3-0 on the power play. I don't love that penalty call, honestly. And Stamkos finishes on the one-timer. It's 3-0 Lightning. And that puts Steven Stamkos passes Marty St. Louis in the Lightning record books. Another goal for Stammer. And it's 3-0 Tampa Bay here as he finishes it off on the power play on the one-timer. And it is a 3-0 game with 7:22 to go here in the second. And they make quick work there on the power play. Victoria, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. 3-0 Tampa now. Most points in franchise history for the Tampa Bay Lightning now belongs to Steven Stamkos as he passes Marty St. Louis with that goal there. Most points in Tampa Bay Lightning history. He has now 88 points on the season, and he is getting closer and closer to 1,000 in his career. 954 now here for Steven Stamkos. Go Avs, go! What is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Tampa has busted it open now here in period 2. Leafs trying to find an answer. Can't get it out of the zone. Lightning keep it in. Here's another shot! And that one goes high off glass. And a pad save there by Shalgren. Tampa still swarming in the offensive zone. They have had a lot more of the puck possession here in the second period. That one's stolen by the Leafs, though. Into the offensive end. Here comes Spezza. Spezza spins around. Out high. Taken by Lyubushkin to Clifford. Clifford, sharp angle shot. And a save there. Vasi gets a piece of it. Gloves out and from the point as well. We'll get another whistle with 6:17 remaining in the period. Scavenger, what's going on? Really, really appreciate it. Big Show, that really hasn't been the case. The Leafs' record in games that Matthews has missed this season is actually very good. The Leafs, for the most part, have been fine without Matthews this year. Obviously, it's a tough one tonight, but Matthews, they've done well overall without Matthews this season. Offensive zone draw here for Toronto, but one back after a stalemate by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they can't get it out. Good keep in there by the Leafs as they try and get something going in the attacking end. This time, though, second opportunity, it's cleared. Up into the offensive zone, here's Nick Paul driving around the net. Kept to the outside by Riley. Cycle game going now, and we got a penalty call coming up. Perry gets knocked down by Labushkin, well away from the play. And that's deflected up and out now. And well, they're going to need Matthews in the playoffs for sure. They're going to need Matthews in the playoffs. But in the regular season, for the most part, they've done well without him. But they're definitely going to want Matthews in for the playoffs. And they're going to get Matthews back for the playoffs, I would imagine. I don't think he's in danger of missing playoff games. And that's going to be a high sticking call there. As Labushkin got the stick up on Perry, that's going to put the Lightning back to the power play. And when we come back from this commercial break, the Lightning, who are already up 3-0 with 3 goals in this period, are going to get another man advantage opportunity. Lucas, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Michael, welcome into the stream. Thank you for watching. Awesome to have you in the chat. We're late stages now of period number 2. Isaac, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Talk about a player that's had a breakout season. Robert Thomas has been unreal this year for the St. Louis Blues. We're at our final commercial break here of the second. Thank you guys again all so much for watching. No, Matthews is still out injured, Toronto. All right, thank you so much, Em. Really, really appreciate it. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here. Thank you so much for the support and the donos. Greatly appreciate it, and hopefully we'll talk soon. I mean, they definitely don't help Isaac, that's for sure. They don't help. Not sure when he'll be back, Big Show. He is skating, though, and he is, like, practicing and stuff, so he seems like he's not too far off from coming back. Yeah, Barkov's very, very good for Florida, Isaac. One of the best two-way players in the league. Yes, Eddie. Lucas, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really, really appreciate it. Everybody, let's get some new sub hype for Lucas in the chat. New subscriber to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Jim, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to go. No, power play's 2 minutes. 5:44 to go in the second. Power play here for Toronto, or for Tampa, as they look to extend their lead over Toronto. Toronto really needs a kill here. Definitely needs to kill this one off with 5.5 now to go, and they send it all the way down. Moved up now here by Hedman over the red line, back into the offensive zone for the Lightning. No, Shalgren is in net for this game, Victoria. Not sure, Extreme Gamer. I haven't heard anything since the injury happened. Moved up now, other than he's week to week. Moved up now into the offensive end. Here's Tampa, top of the circle, driving in here. Backhand shot. Shalgren makes a save. Rebound chance. Kucherov puts it in. Oh, boy, this one's getting one-sided. Kucherov puts it in. And it is 4-0. Tampa Bay busting it open here in period number 2. So another power play goal here for Tampa Bay. Their second of the period, and it is a 4-0 lead now for the Lightning as they busted open over Toronto here, and all the goals have come here in the second period. And we've got less than 5 minutes to go here in the middle frame. Leafs will be happy, I think, to get this one to the intermission and have a chance to regroup. I mean, it's looking more and more like the Leafs are going to be playing the Lightning, Lucas. Assuming the Lightning win tonight and the Bruins lose, then there's a pretty decent chance that we get Leafs Lightning first round. Connor, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Liljegren chasing back into his own zone now. We're back underway. Kucherov starting to heat up for Tampa Bay. He's got 5 goals in his last 4 games. And now we got some action in front of the net as we got Giordano and Cirelli getting into it, and the linesmen get in on them. Giordano and Cirelli trying to get at each other. They're looking to drop the gloves, but the linesmen are in the way. Some more action going on in behind the net. As these teams come together, everybody getting in on it. And this game is starting to get chippy, as you would expect. Tavares and Hagel all tied up. Hagel trying to get some punches in on Tavares. Tavares wants nothing to do with it. And this is starting to feel like a playoff series now. It's not quite playoffs yet, but it's starting to feel like it. And I would not be surprised if we see more from Cirelli and Giordano. They really wanted to get at each other, but the linesman immediately got between them. But this is starting to look like a playoff series now. And with the one-sided score here in the second, this one might get pretty nasty as these teams try and start sending some messages back and forth. We're going to get some action now. Roll up the sleeves. They are, Brian. Toronto is learning. They are learning about what playoff hockey is like. The physicality, the grit that you have to play with in the postseason, and they are learning. And I think Toronto is going to be ready for the playoffs this year. I think they've got that element to their game now that they haven't always had. They are learning about playoff hockey for sure. And I think they're getting ready to play it. Daniel, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Captain Rexall, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate it. 4:38 here to go in the second. We'll see how the penalties shake out here. Probably going to be evened up, as I assume Cirelli and Giordano will get penalties, and then Hagel and Tavares will probably get penalties as well. So it's probably just going to be all evened up, matching minors on both sides. And I would not be surprised if we see more from Giordano and Cirelli when they get out of the penalty box, because they really want it at each other. Oh, this is hockey, Brian. This is hockey. This is what I want to see. Played around now. Leafs in the offensive zone. And now we get a whistle as Stamkos, holding his mouth, takes a hit up high. Not sure what exactly got him there. But we get another quick stoppage, and Stamkos is checking his under his nose. Matthew, what's going on? And Kerfoot's going to the penalty box for high sticking. So back to the power play here for Tampa Bay, and we got 3 Leafs in the box. And Stamkos catches Kerfoot's stick there, right up under the nose. Oh, Stammer's going for a trip as well. Why'd they only show the referees make one penalty call and then not the other? So it's all evened up, actually. 4-on-4 action coming. All right, some open ice. Some open ice with the talent that these teams have. I'm all for it. 4-on-4 for a couple of minutes. Stamkos and Kerfoot go to the box. Stammer for tripping. Kerfoot for high sticking. And we'll get some 4-on-4 action here. As the Leafs take it through the neutral zone, Marner into the offensive end. Cuts to the middle, chance in there, shot! Nice save by Vasilevsky. Up now by the Lightning as they come back the other way. Palat, offensive zone, spins away from Marner, pass to Hedman. Hedman poked away from him by Lyubushkin. Shot in there off the outside of the goal from a sharp angle. Lyubushkin has made some nice plays in this game for Toronto. He's a guy, I've said his name a lot in this game. He's had a very solid night overall. Chad, what is going on? Welcome in. Lauren, what's going on? Welcome. Michael, really appreciate you guys all being here. Awesome to have you in the chat. Thank you so much as the Leafs bring it up through the neutral zone. That is awesome, Michael. Really, really awesome. Taken now by Nick Paul. 50 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. 3:10 to go in the second. Up into the offensive end. Pass to the middle. Leafs come up now over the red line. Into the offensive end. Engvall around. Takes it to the corner, around the net, back out high, pass to the middle. Liljegren sends it back deep. 15 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Played behind the net, Lightning come away with it. 2.5 to go here in the second period. Up over the red line, Tampa into the offensive zone. And we are back now to regular 5-on-5 as Stamkos and Kerfoot both come out of the box. Belmar's shot gets blocked. Back out, Hedman out the point. Taken by Stamkos. Spin around there. Shot goes wide. Leafs trying to clear. Riley down low. Gets it to Kerfoot. 2 minutes to go now in the second period. Up ice it comes into the offensive end. Here comes Toronto. Back pass here. Kerfoot can't slide it through. Vasilevsky who makes the save. Lightning now clear it out into the Toronto end. Rolls in on Shalgren. 1:45 left to go in the second. Moved up by Brody. Through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Behind the net now. 1:20 to go here in the second. Moved up and cleared. Toronto now through the neutral zone. Lyubushkin cross-ice pass to Engvall. Engvall dumps it in. Here comes Simmons on the forecheck. Vasi rolls it up the boards past him to Maroon. Maroon chips it to the middle. Played here by Tampa. Around the offensive zone. Long shot from the point. That one deflected wide. That one doesn't get through to Erik Shalgren. Trying to get this one into the middle now. Stamkos poked away. Leafs get it out. Under a minute left here, second period action. Stamkos steals the puck back. Here's a chance for Kucherov. He plays it to the corner, back into the middle, stolen away, and spun back, and now passed off by Clifford. We got gloves off Maroon and Simmons. They were talking earlier. Maroon and Simmons have dropped the gloves. Pat Maroon, Wayne Simmons exchange rights. They got the arms loose here out in the neutral zone. Long reach for both guys. Very experienced fighters going here. Simmons lands a big one on Maroon in front of the Lightning bench. That one connected. Maroon trying to come back. Pops one there. Linesman getting out of the way. Both of these guys certainly know what they're doing in this situation. They're talking to each other as they fight with smiles on their faces. Maroon trying to hold off Simmons' reach here. Simmons is a big boy, and finally the linesmen come in as they're all tied up. And some good ones back and forth there as Pat Maroon and Wayne Simmons drop the gloves. 30 seconds to go in the second period, and we've got ourselves a hockey game here tonight. Man, I cannot wait for more of these games if these teams play in the playoffs. What a playoff series it will be. And two big boys going at it there. 30 seconds to go, and we finish it off with a good scrap between Wayne Simmons and Patty Maroon. And these teams are getting themselves ready for more action if they meet in the postseason. Neutral zone draw now taken here by the Maple Leafs. They'll dump it into the Tampa end. Vassy plays it over to Hedman up the boards. Cleared out now. Tampa comes back the other way. Trying to get it into the offensive zone. Hagel. Bunting gets knocked down. He's not happy. Back the other way. Here's Chernak with it. Chernak to Hedman. 8 seconds to go here in the period. Up through the neutral zone. Hedman will just dump it in. Played across now. Killorn goes in against Giordano. Played out high, and the horn will sound. End of the second period now. 4-0 lead for Tampa Bay. As they busted open here in period 2. 4 straight for the Lightning to take a pretty good lead here in this one as we head to the second intermission. But the action has certainly not slowed down despite the one-sided score. These teams have gotten physical. They're going back and forth, and it is a playoff style game between these two here tonight. It has been so much fun, and we still got 20 more minutes of action to go. Thank you, Lorne. Really, really appreciate it, man. Glad that you're enjoying the stream. Just trying to do my best. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know, Lucas. I think probably maybe 5-2, something like that. I could definitely see the Leafs getting a couple and getting back into this, but I don't think they're going to make a full comeback in the third, but, I mean, there's still 20 minutes of action to go. Yeah, Simmons, thing about Wayne Simmons, people don't realize how, like, he's not that big, but he's been such a good fighter for so long in the league that he kind of feels like a heavyweight, even though he isn't. And Maroon definitely has a size advantage, but Simmons is a very good technical fighter, knows what he's doing, and is able to hold his own against bigger guys like that. But welcome in, Henry. Thank you for being here. Nije, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Yes, new franchise leader in points, Steven Stamkos, has passed Marty St. Louis for the Lightning all-time leader in points with 954. James thinks Toronto is going to make a game of it in the third. Yeah, I don't think Toronto is going to get just blown out of the building here. I do think they'll put a goal or two in, but I think the Lightning are going to win the game. Very firecracker of a period, Joey. I would call it a draw, Braden. I think both guys landed 1 or 2 punches that actually connected, and they've each threw a few more other than that, but they were just at such a reach out that they weren't able to connect on them. But 1 or 2 punches for each guy connected. I would call it a draw. I don't think anybody dominated the fight or really took control of the fight. It was pretty evenly matched. I am having a ton of fun tonight, Caroline. This has been a great game. I've very, very much enjoyed this game. Nobody went down, Braden. Nobody went down. The linesmen, eventually they got tired. They were throwing rights back and forth for a good 30-ish seconds. They got tired and the linesmen stepped in. They had each other tied up pretty good by the end. Yeah, both Maroon and Simmons were like smiling at each other and talking to each other during the fight. They were smiling and talking to each other during the fight. I'm pretty sure that they like, I mean, they're both veterans that have been around the league a long time. I'm pretty sure that they know each other, and they were just kind of, you know, going back and forth. Thank you, Water King, and welcome in. Really appreciate you being here. It has been a great night. It has been a very fun hockey game here between the Lightning and the Leafs, despite the score not being quite as close as I hoped it would be. Still been a very fun game. Playoff feel to the game. Very physical as well. So, been a lot of fun for me to call. Maroon is very much a wrestler when he fights, Brian, and he has been for a lot of his career. Like, Maroon's never been a guy that's like to just like open it up and start like hammering punches. Like Nick Delorier, if you watch Nick Delorier fight, there's not much defense usually in his fights. Like, he's trying to get into like rock'em sock'em contests with whoever he's fighting, whereas Maroon is much more of a grab on, control the other guy's arm, wrestle around, try and get his arm free, but he doesn't like to, you know, just open up and start throwing. He's much more of a defensive fighter, and he's been like that for a lot of his career. I've even remember watching him fighting when he was back playing with Edmonton, and even his early years in Anaheim. He was pretty much kind of a wrestling type of fighter too. All right, have a good night, Norm. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here. Great to have you in the chat. Yeah, Casey DeSmith, 52 saves for DeSmith. And Pittsburgh handles Boston easily tonight. Some revenge for the Penguins for Saturday. Sam, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. Awesome to see all of you guys here in the chat tonight. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Please don't forget, for the new ones that have hopped in, it does mean a lot if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of every team, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy the games, and have some fun. So really appreciate everybody here tonight. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. I mean, I watched the first period, Sam, and they were only down 1-0 after the first period, so I didn't see after that, but looking at the score, it doesn't seem good. That's a good question, Lucas. Man, I don't know. I don't know, like, what your, like, other teams that you like are. But depending on, like, teams that you find likable, I find, like, there's some good ones to root for this year. That I think overall are pretty likable teams. I mean, I don't know how you feel about the Florida Panthers, but I find Florida to be an easy team to root for. They play a very exciting brand of hockey that's fun to watch, so I feel like, you know, if my team were to get out in the first round, Florida would definitely be a team that I root for to go far. I also like the Rangers a lot this year. I like the Rangers team a lot this year. I could definitely see myself rooting for them if Boston gets out in the first round. Which could be against the Rangers, honestly. New York, I mean, Boston and New York could still potentially be a first-round matchup if New York wins the Metro. And then, you know, who knows what happens in that series. But I've enjoyed watching the Rangers this year. Shady Side, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome to have you here. As always, really appreciate it. Oh, man, that sucks. They gave Zucker a breakaway goal, and that completely changed the game, it sounds like. So, can't be doing that. Doesn't it feel like that's been happening a lot with the Bruins, Sam, where they'll outshoot a team and like they'll have a lot of momentum in a game but aren't able to put anything in the net, and then all of a sudden they give up one bad goal and it completely turns the game the other way. Yeah, I feel like that's been happening a lot with Boston, where it completely turns the game the other way after they give up like one bad goal, and from that point on, it's you know, all the other way. Raymond, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Calgary, Edmonton, or Winnipeg? Well, Winnipeg's not making the playoffs, Lucas. Calgary and Edmonton are. So I would say Calgary would probably be the best shot for one of those teams to make the finals. I would think Calgary's got the best chance out of those three. Yeah, exactly, Sam. That's what I mean. I feel like the Bruins do that a lot. 50 shots on goal and they can't win the game. It's like, I mean, you're not helping yourselves here, guys. They also very much need Pastrnak back. Not having Pastrnak definitely hurts the offense. Raymond, to your question, I haven't honestly been paying that much attention to clinching scenarios because we know who's in the playoffs and who's not, but let me see. Actually, let me do the math on this and see if we can figure out what would clinch. So Florida's to 118 points now with 5 games to go. So Florida's at 118 points. Right now, Toronto, well, yes. So Raymond, yes. Florida would clinch the division if Toronto loses in regulation. Because after this game, Toronto will only have 4 left in the season. And they'll be 10 points back of the Panthers. And obviously you can only get a maximum of 8 points in 4 games if you win all 4. So Florida will officially clinch the division if Toronto doesn't come back here in the third period. It will be official. Florida wins the Atlantic. Also, Carolina, 108 points, keeping themselves in first place in the Metro. Obviously, it looks like the Rangers are going to win as well. Yes, Oilers are in the playoffs, Lucas. Winnipeg is not. Calgary and Edmonton are in the playoffs. Winnipeg is not. Winnipeg is eliminated from contention. All right, guys, so while we're at the intermission here, we're going to get a quick word from a channel partner, Scorecheck, which is a really cool Google Chrome extension created by Scott, who is a subscriber and watcher of this channel. So I'm going to run that real quick here. Rather than me blab about it, you can just see the video that I did on it. And then we'll be back getting close to the start of the third period coming up here pretty soon. So quick word from Scorecheck, and I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much for all the support and watching. Hey, everybody. I'm here to talk to you today about Scorecheck, which is a completely free Google Chrome extension that allows you to look at NHL scores and standings at any time without leaving your current web page. Scorecheck was created by channel subscriber Scott, who's in the chat is Smack OG, and Scott is the same software developer who created my automatically updating score ticker that I now use during streams. I'm trying to help Scott get some more users of his Scorecheck extension, so if this is something that you guys might be interested in, please check out the link in the description. Again, it's completely free to use, just takes you to where you can add it to your Google Chrome. And I use it myself. You can look at scores and schedule for today. You can look at scores from yesterday. You can look at the schedule for tomorrow in the NHL. And you can also look at the standings, both by division and by wild card standings, and where the playoff cut line is right then in the NHL. So it's a really cool product. It's a really awesome Google Chrome extension that makes it really, really easy to check NHL scores and standings. Again, obviously, if you're watching this, you're probably a hockey fan. Please check out the link down in the description. If you use Google Chrome, it'll definitely help make your life easier. Thanks, guys, and now back to the regular video. And we are back to our regularly scheduled programming. Again, big thank you to Scott for partnering with the channel to promote Scorecheck, and really, really cool extension that I use myself to check scores and standings, particularly scores, which let's check right now. Let's take a look at scores right now. So, games that have already ended. Carolina beats Winnipeg 4-2. Florida beats Detroit 5-2. Flyers beat the Canadiens 6-3. Sabres beat the Devils 5-2. Penguins shut out the Bruins 4-0. Rangers beat the Islanders 6-3. Vancouver and Minnesota 3-3 game in the third period. That is a huge one for the Canucks and Wild, but more so for the Canucks. Tampa here with the 4-0 lead over Toronto. Dallas and Calgary 0-0 at the end of the first period. And coming up at 10:30, Chicago, LA, and St. Louis, San Jose. Both 10:30 Eastern time starts for those teams. So, busy night, 11 games tonight in the NHL. And we'll see how it all goes, but it's been a fun night. Some important games have been played already. Some important games still to be determined tonight, and we are getting closer and closer to playoff action. Speaking of getting closer to playoff action, I am going to drop my upcoming stream schedule in the chat. We are closing out the season next week strong. They are closing out next week strong with a bunch of streams. So check out that upcoming stream schedule in the chat. A lot going on. It's going to be a very fun week to get you ready for playoffs, which start the week after. Shant, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Daryl Sutter's one of the best coaches in the league, Shady Side. So that he makes me take the Flames very, very seriously because he is one of the best coaches in the league. So we're gonna have a couple of double headers next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Double headers. I'm doing back-to-back double headers to get myself ready to do it because I'm definitely going to be doing it in the playoffs. That's for sure. Kendra, what's going on? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thomas, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, depending on what Florida does, or not Florida, depending on what Washington does, 66. Definitely could be Boston against Florida if the Bruins drop to that second wild card spot, which Washington could potentially take. 100% still possible. Bruins have a pretty tough schedule the rest of the way, so absolutely possible. Because it's the NHL, Russell, and anybody can beat anybody in the NHL. And we're getting ready here, it looks like, for the beginning of period number 3. And we're going to get back into the action, and I can't wait. This has been such a fun game. Third period coming up. Third is about to start, Brendan. They're interviewing John Cooper right now, and then third period's about to get going and drop the puck. We are just about ready to go. But welcome in. Thank you for being here. Nikhil, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, Russell, Avalanche are another one of those teams that are just waiting for the playoffs to start. The games really aren't all that meaningful for them right now. They're just getting ready for the playoffs to start. I don't think either of those teams are going to lose in the first round, Griffin, but we'll have to see. I mean, there's no easy games in the playoffs, but I don't think either of them lose in the first round. I think they could get upset maybe in the second round, but I don't see them losing in round one, most likely. As that gets taken here, third period underway, Leafs up through the neutral zone, trying to bring it into the offensive end, bunting on the forecheck against Chernak. Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Sal from Beyond the Arc Basketball, what's going on, man? Great to have you in the chat. Really appreciate you coming by. We've got Toronto here into the offensive zone. Nylander, nice kick save by Vasilevsky. A minute into the third. Back the other way comes Tampa Bay. Stamkos, back to Kucherov. If you guys like basketball, it's the heat of the NBA playoffs right now. Go check out Sal at Behind the Arc Basketball. Has an awesome play-by-play channel. As this one gets thrown in by Sergachev, and he scores. Oh, boy, it's 5-0. Sergachev throws one in from the point. And I don't think Shalgren saw it very well. And that one beat some glove side with some... He must have been screened on this. There's no way he saw this puck and just straight up missed it like this. There must have been... oh, it might have been deflected. Looks like it was actually deflected by Andre Palat. And that makes it 5-0 Lightning here. And the score continues to grow for Tampa Bay. All right, sounds good, Sam. Thank you so much for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. 5-0 Lightning now. You did, Brian. You did. And you were spot on. And we are early in the third now. Lightning up 5-0. Thank you, Shady Side. I appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the stream. We don't know who the Avs are facing, Dan. They could face Nashville. They could face Dallas. They could face potentially Vegas still. They may be probably not the Canucks, but they're still not officially eliminated. There's still a lot to be determined in the Western Conference. That puck goes up and out of play. 18:21 to go in the third. And boy, the Lightning, who were only 4-4-2 in their last 10 games heading into this game, certainly came ready to play tonight and wanted to get a big divisional win. And boy, this is the Lightning team that I'm expecting to see in the playoffs, not the team that was 4-4. This is much more of how I expect Tampa Bay to play. Thank you, Ryan. Really appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for being here. Taken now, and we got a Leafs player hit up high with the stick. That was Blackwell as he was down on the ice. Colin Blackwell catches one up high. Aaron, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here. Great to have you in the chat. Thank you so much for coming by. So Blackwell catches a stick to the face there, but it's not high sticking because he was literally down on the ice. So the stick was not high. Tampa defenseman was trying to play the puck there, down literally on the ice, but Blackwell fell down, and that's just bad luck. But he looks fine on the bench. Tampa dumps it back to the offensive zone, and the Leafs will look to carry it out. That's played over the red line here. Leafs dump it in. Played down now. Out at the point. 17:40 to go here in the third. Tampa steals that one and will bring it up and out of the zone. Kucherov's pass does not connect with Palat. That will be a whistle. And we'll get an icing call here against the Lightning with 17:32 left here in the third period. I wouldn't say that, Lucas. The Leafs had a pretty darn good first period. They just let it get away in the second, and Tampa really busted it open in the second. But it was a very tightly contested first period. I mean, they were in the game for, you know, the first 20 minutes. It was actually, I think Toronto probably had a slightly better first period than Tampa Bay, but then Tampa came out in the second and really started to take over. Yes, it will, Rick. These teams have played. This is the fourth and final meeting between these teams in the regular season. And assuming Tampa holds on to the 5-0 lead here, doesn't blow a 5-goal lead here, as Bunting puts that one right off the post. What a chance for Toronto. They just couldn't get it to go in. And that's the kind of night it's been offensively for the Leafs. Assuming Tampa holds on to this win, it will be a 2-2 split on the season series. Lightning send it back in the other way. Down in the corner, 16:45 now to go in the third. We got a penalty call coming up. And Cirelli and Bunting getting into it, and everybody comes together. We get another scrum down in the corner. And Cirelli and Bunting jawing back and forth here. Looks like Bunting is going to be going to the penalty box, and we'll see if anyone else is going to join him after that scrum down in the corner. But this, again, has that playoff physicality to it. It's an elbowing call against Michael Bunting. That's why Cirelli was pissed off, because he got elbowed up high. And looks like it's going to be a power play here. Oh, yeah. Bunting came in with the hit. And then, oh, yeah, threw the elbow back at him. It was after they were already tied up along the boards, he threw the elbow at him. Bunting can get greasy when he needs to. He's another guy that the Leafs are going to love to have in the playoffs because he makes them a much grittier team. And Bunting catches Cirelli there. Looks like right on the bridge of the nose. Cirelli is bleeding. And Bunting will sit for a couple minutes. Tampa to the power play. All right, have a good night, Victoria. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Cirelli did absolutely nothing wrong there, 66. Cirelli did absolutely nothing wrong there. I believe Palat got a tip on it in front, Victoria. And we get another whistle here out in the neutral zone. And I'm not quite sure. Is that a hand pass call? Hedman doesn't look too happy. Can't hear anything, so I don't know what they blew that down for. It must have been a hand pass or something like that. Tampa takes possession. Tampa takes possession now up through the neutral zone. 1:25 to go on the power play. Stammer trying to bring it in. Moved across now. Here's Kucherov. Kucherov in front for Killorn. Can't get it by Shalgren. Perry loses it, then knocks it down, keeps it in. Here's Kuch again with a shot. Shalgren with a good save. Back out high. Hedman with a blast. Shalgren gets a pad on that. All right, Leafs goalie stringing some saves together here. Behind the net. Kucherov with it. Thrown in front there, and Killorn tips it in. There is sick. That is another sick deflection goal there for Killorn. 6 goals for Tampa Bay. And it is a blowout here tonight as Tampa Bay goes up 6-0 with another power play goal. And this one is obviously over. And there is another one in the back of the net. Shalgren getting lit up tonight. Mad Upward, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get that hype in the chat. New subscriber, Mad Upward, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get that hype in and give a warm welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 15:22 still to go here in the third. And Killorn with another goal for Tampa. 6-0 game. Tampa just pouring it on here. They have not taken their foot off the pedal whatsoever. Career high, 57 points for Alex Killorn now on the season. What a year for him. As that one's deflected back in by Tampa. Offensive zone. Taken up now. Here's Simmons. Pass to Spezza. And now we get another penalty call here as it looks like Cal Foote takes down Jason Spezza. And Cal Foote's going to head to the penalty box. Toronto to the power play here. It's a holding call against Foote. We'll see if Toronto can get anything going on the power play. Yes, Stu, here you go. There you go, Stu. Playoffs, or not playoffs, rest of the regular season schedule in the chat. Leafs setting it up in the offensive zone now. Trying to get something going on the power play here. At least get a goal on the board. Chance in. Vasilevsky with a good stop. Playing this one around. Yeah, it definitely seems like he's missing that, Brian. If he played a little bit more physical, he would be he'd be very tough to play against. He's a big kid. He's just doesn't really use it. All right, sounds good, Trevor. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. It was awesome to have you here. I'll be doing a lot of different playoff games, Dan. A lot of different games. Gonna kind of take the schedule day by day, I would say. Playoff schedule isn't out yet, Dan, so I can't have a playoff schedule when we don't even know the matchups yet. Not a single game of the playoffs has even been scheduled by the NHL yet. Kilo, what is going on? Welcome in. Yeah, dominating performance here from the second period on by Tampa Bay. As McDonough blasts that one off the glass. Usually does not happen, John. Usually does not happen. No, there aren't many fights when one team's on the power play. Very, very rare. As Riley brings this one up, still 50 seconds of power play time for Toronto. Trying to get set up into the offensive zone. Here's Tavares, shot blocked by Chernak. Up the wall it goes, past Hagel. Riley with it. Peyton, what is going on, bro? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here, bro. Thank you for stopping by. Final 30 seconds of the power play here for the Leafs. Yes, May 2nd is the first day of the playoffs, but we have no clue what the matchups are going to be or who's going to be playing on May 2nd. Ten seconds to go here. Shorthanded chance for the Lightning. Nick Paul, and now he gets into it in front of the net with Blackwell. Blackwell starts throwing punches, and everybody comes in. Another big scrum in front of the net as the linesmen try and get between them. Campbell got the night off tonight, Kilo. It's been Shalgren in net, and he's given up all 6. As Cirelli gets into it again, and these two teams are still going at it here. Man, they are setting up. They are setting up for a playoff series that is going to be a nasty one if they do meet. Rick, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get that sub hype in the chat for Rick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome to have you here. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome in to the stream. Welcome into the channel as well. Let's get that hype in the chat. Nathan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for watching. Awesome to have you here. So Nick Paul gets into it there with Colin Blackwell. And they're going to the penalty boxes. Cirelli in the penalty box as well. Cal Foote still waiting to be able to come out. That's the penalty that initially gave the Leafs a power play. Referee's still trying to sort all this out. Yeah, this has not been a good... I mean, the first period was good, Extreme Gamer. But, the rest of the game, not so much. But at least the Leafs are showing some fight here. It's nice to see the Leafs actually get into some scrums and start playing with some physicality. Because that's something that Toronto has been lacking a lot for the last few years. And it looks like this year's team finally has some nuts to them. This team finally has some balls, and they're going to be able to answer physically when they start getting pushed. And that's what they need in the playoffs. They're going to have to play this style of physical hockey if they're going to win in the playoffs. 10:26 p.m., Lucas. No, what's tomorrow? Friday? I am not streaming tomorrow night, Nathan. See you later, Alex. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. 2-man advantage now for Toronto. It looks like the referees have had enough of Cirelli. So Toronto's actually going to get a 2-man advantage out of this, according to the ESPN scoreboard right now. We'll see. A lot of jawing between the benches as well. A lot of talking between the benches. This could be a long 13 minutes. This could be a long 13 minutes here to close out this game. These teams are getting nasty with each other, which is the perfect way to set up a playoff series. Because then it's balls to the wall right out from the get-go in the playoff series if there's already that hatred from the start. Rather than taking 2 or 3 games to get going, it's just right away, drop of the puck already there. Out high here, Toronto with it, 2-man advantage. Shot in, trying to go back door, and Vasi can't find it. It's under his pad and gets covered up. Now Simmons getting into it in front with Colton, but they break up quickly. Simmons knew that Colton didn't want anything to do with him, and they break up here with 12:47 to go. And how did this not go in? They had half the net to shoot at. Vasi just got a skate on it. And it ended up under the skate, and he keeps it out. Very close to a Mikheyev goal there. But it goes into between the skate and the pad of Andrei Vasilevsky. Wow, big stop. Regular power play now as the first penalty to foot is over. But it is still 1 minute and 49 seconds of regular power play time for Toronto. As that one gets sent all the way down. Good clear for Tampa. Giordano with it. Will try and carry it up ice. Played now by Mikheyev. Speed through the neutral zone to Engvall. Pass to the middle. To the corner. And played now by Toronto as they set up in the offensive zone. We got about 12:15 to go in this one. And Toronto scores! They get their first goal of the game as Ilya Mikheyev puts it past Vasilevsky on the power play. And we got ourselves a 6-1 game as the Leafs finally break the shutout. And Mikheyev can cash in with the power play goal there. Make it a 6-1 game as the Leafs get on the board, and at least they've got something to feel good about there. Because that's not how sports work, just another day. This has not been a trash game at all, no matter. This has been an extremely fun game. One of my favorite games that I've seen here over the last couple of weeks. Moved up now. Played here by Perry. Trying to get it deep. Maroon keeps it in. Back to the point. Over now. Bogosian passes it off. Shot in front. Deflected away there. Good save by Shalgren. Trying to work it back out. That one gets covered. And now we got Riley getting into it. Clifford goes after Riley. Clifford goes after Perry, who was getting into it with Riley. And everybody's coming back again. Everybody getting into this one. A full 5-on-5 down in the corner. And another big scrum is Perry Maroon. Bogosian in it for Tampa Bay. Clifford in it for the Maple Leafs, along with let's see, Labushkin in there. Riley's in there. Everybody getting into it down in the corner. As we get spicier and spicier here as this goes along. Like I said, it's going to be a long 13 minutes and in the best way possible. Down to 11:50 to go now, and these teams just continue to go at each other here. Clifford was trying to get at Corey Perry there, but the linesman got in. Bogosian got in there pretty quick as well. Bogosian certainly not afraid to get involved physically. Yeah, Brian. I haven't seen Toronto play like this very often. Looks like they finally figured out what they need to do to win playoff-style hockey. It looks like Toronto has learned how to add some grit to their game and actually play some physical hockey, which is what they're going to have to do in the playoffs. Maybe this is the year they finally figured it out. This is definitely the most fight I've seen from Toronto that in a game that I've watched. It's actually refreshing and nice to see the Leafs play this way. I'm excited to see the Leafs play this way. They finally got it in their game. Oh, PJ Stock was a beast, Shady Side. PJ Stock was an absolute savage fighter back in the day. So we got more guys in the penalty box here as Clifford goes. Riley's in there as well. Obviously Perry's going to be there for Tampa Bay. And I assume one more, probably Bogosian for Tampa Bay as well, but we'll see. They're showing the Leafs box right now. 11:50 to go here in the third. Hey, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Awesome to have you here, as always. Massachusetts, Shady Side. Massachusetts. All right, Lucas, have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you watching. Thank you so much for coming by, and hopefully we'll talk soon. I'll get back to you, Extreme Gamer, when we know what the series are. Once the series get locked in, I'll let you know. Right now, there's still a lot of variation as far as the seeding as to what can happen. But I do think that Leafs Bolts will be a fun one. That's for sure. It will be a fun one. Morgan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. St. Louis, Minnesota will definitely be a physical series. I think, you know, whoever Boston plays, I mean, Boston will like to muck it up in the playoffs. Depending on who the Rangers get, that could definitely be a nasty one too. I think we could get some really physical first round series this year. They're going to be a lot of fun. All right, so Kyle Clifford gets a match penalty here. He was trying to hit Corey Perry in the head with his stick after Perry's helmet had already been knocked off. So the penalties here are very, very confusing. There was a lot that just got called. We'll see how it shakes out manpower-wise. But Clifford's gone from the game. Perry got 4 minutes in the box, so he's not going to be back for a while. I really don't think Kyle Clifford cares too much about being kicked out of a 6-1 game. Let's see. And is it 4-on-4? I think after all of this, it just ends up being 4-on-4. So we'll have some open ice 4-on-4 for a couple of minutes. And 1:45 now to go in the 4-on-4 as the Leafs bring the puck up ice. Still 11.5 minutes to go in this game. Toronto trying to bring it into the offensive zone. Tavares against Sergachev. Sergachev comes away with the puck, passes it up to Palat. Up ice now, Tampa Bay. I don't think so, Brian. Chance in front there, and Tampa scores again. They are just pouring it on here as Palat taps it in, and Tampa makes it 7-1. Or no, excuse me, it was Palat with the pass. I think Colton was actually the one who tapped it in there. Either way, it's 7-1 here, as this is... I think he might be serving a penalty, Brian, but hang on. Let me look at the box score quick. Yeah, it was a pass from Palat, a nice tap in there by Colton, and it's now 7-1 Tampa Bay, 11:07 to go. I've honestly lost track of what all the calls have been. Oh no, Wayne Simmons is just in there for a minor penalty from that last scrum. So he got a minor on that last scrum according to the box score here. But there were a lot of penalties out of that last scrum. Bob, what is going on? Welcome in. Final 45 seconds now to 4-on-4. 11.5 to go in the third. Brought in now, taken here, pass across. Nice diving stop by Giordano. Brought up now into the offensive zone. It's Mikheyev, tries to get it through to Marner. And Marner throws it back in front, and it's stolen by Killorn. 22 seconds to go now in the 4-on-4. Guys are definitely padding the penalty minute stats in this one. And now there's going to be a couple more going to the penalty box. Looks like Mikheyev for Toronto. And is it Victor Hedman? No, he's just yelling at the ref right now. It's going to be Killorn, I think. I think it's going to be Mikheyev and Killorn out in front of the benches. And they're going to get matched up here with matching penalties. Ikeka, welcome. Thank you for coming back. Really appreciate you being here. So 4 Maple Leafs now in the box. And I think it's in 4 for Tampa Bay as well. Dave, what is going on? Welcome in. Matthews is out with an injury. But he is back practicing, so it looks like he should be back in the lineup soon. But he's still out with an injury right now. Austin, what's going on? Welcome in. 10 more seconds now of the 4-on-4 before the initial, first penalties come up. Everybody padding the penalty minute stats tonight. All right, so actually now Tampa gets 1 out of the box. Tampa's going to the power play here because of the match penalty to Kyle Clifford. So Tampa now has some power play time for just under 3 minutes now because of the match penalty to Kyle Clifford. 2:35 of power play now as Hedman takes the puck. 9:20 to go in the third. And these teams are getting themselves ready for a playoff series against each other. They are certainly not making friends tonight. And, God, I would love a first-round series between these two. Braden Point's also out with an injury, Keika. I haven't heard what the injury is. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But, yeah, I just saw before the game that he was out with an injury as Engvall takes this one and clears it out. Skates up ice with some speed. Shorthanded chance here for Engvall trying to tuck it 5-hole, but it's a pad save by Vasilevsky. 1:40 now to go on the Tampa power play. 8:25 to go in the third. Referees cannot wait for this game to get over. Players are probably trying to get one last parting shot in before they get themselves kicked out of the game. As McDonough takes the puck back down now. I mean, I feel like anything that happens now, referees are just going to tack a 10-minute onto it. They're just going to throw a 10-minute misconduct onto it just to get guys off the ice. But I mean, 7-1 game. Nobody gives a shit about a 10-minute misconduct. If anything, it's a free penalty minute pad statter. Or pad statter. Stat padder. Maroon's already over 100 penalty minutes on the season, but I'm sure there's probably a couple other guys looking to get there. Wrapped around now. 40 minutes to go on the power play. Trying to take it now, set up in the offensive zone. Shot there, Shalgren makes a nice save. Shot in there, that one misses wide from Hedman. 25 seconds to go here on the power play. Leafs send it all the way down. Just about killed it off as we tick down towards 7 minutes to go here in the third. Hedman with a drop pass. Lightning back to the offensive end. Final seconds ticking off of the power play, though. Hedman at the point, and Kucherov takes it. We're back to 5-on-5. Chance in front there. That one misses wide. Move to the middle. Stolen away by the Maple Leafs. They throw it in on Vasilevsky and head off for a line change. Hedman will hold, or McDonough will hold it behind his own net here. 6.5 to go in the third period. Tampa with the big lead. Tampa definitely needed a game like this. They were only 4-4-2 in their last 10 coming into this game. They needed one like this to get back to, you know, getting their mojo back a little bit. As Ross Colton passes out and down low. Palat with the wraparound chance, can't tuck it. Stolen again here by the Lightning. Lots of turnovers for Toronto here. Trying to get the puck out of their zone. They still can't get it out. Maroon with a shot, and he scores. There is 8 as Pat Maroon gets another goal here for the Lightning. It is 8-1. 5:49 to go, and the Bolts just keep pouring it on. Oh, Tampa Bay is not letting up here. Tampa Bay has not taken their foot off the gas at any point in this game. And at this point, I think it's message sending at this point. They are sending a message to everybody that they're not gonna take their foot off the gas, and that come playoff time, they're gonna have a destroy everyone attitude come playoff time. Chance across now. Marner with the shot and a big glove save there. Sorry to hear that, Austin. Hopefully they do better next game. I don't know, Extreme Gamer. I mean, obviously, you know, maybe he's trying to get Campbell some rest before the postseason and only play him a few more times. I'm not sure. And that'd be something that you'd have to ask Keefe about, but it certainly hasn't worked out. Shalgren's gotten toasted in this one. 5:01 to go in the third. That puck deflects up and out of play. And looks like we are heading to our final commercial break, I believe, here of the third period. As Tampa Bay and Toronto, 8-1 game. Lightning trying to make a statement here tonight. Really, really appreciate all of you guys watching. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please don't forget, it means a lot if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy the games, have some fun, and talk hockey with everybody in the chat. Upcoming stream schedule is in. We've got a big week coming up next week as we get ready for the playoffs. It's the final week of the regular season. Got a couple double headers. It is going to be a lot of fun. So, again, really, really appreciate all of you guys watching. And I know, I mean, it's certainly been one-sided on the scoreboard, but it's also been a really, really fun game to watch because of all the physicality and nastiness. This is my kind of hockey here tonight. I wish every game was like this. Crispy, what's going on? Welcome in. Mikanak, I don't know what game you're watching, but the Lightning have played absolutely outstanding in this game. And we are coming back now from the commercial break. Tampa Bay with the 8-1 lead. Wow, Dallas and Calgary. Dallas and Calgary 1-1. That's a big game for the Stars. Yoshi Bros, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Minnesota took care of Vancouver 6-3. That's a tough loss for Vancouver. Their playoff chances take a big hit losing that game. Back underway now. Leafs trying to get it. Yeah, I mean, overall, the Leafs record without Matthews has been fine overall. I mean, obviously tonight's not been a good one, but overall it hasn't been that bad. Simmons and Maroon talking like they want to go again as Foot brings it into the offensive zone. Guess they decide against it. We don't get a whistle, and linesman's going to get between them, and they're both going to get 10s here. Simmons and Maroon still jawing back and forth, and they're both just going to get sent off here for 10-minute misconducts with 4:12 to go. Maroon did not want to fight a second time. Oh, Simmons jumped at Sergachev. Why didn't Maroon? If I was Maroon, I would have went him there. Simmons jumped at Sergachev. I would have fought Simmons for that hit. But Maroon didn't seem like he wanted to drop the gloves. And they're both going to get sent off here by the referees. It'll be 10-minute misconducts. And 4:12 to go in the third. We get another whistle and the nastiness continues. These teams are trying to beat the living shit out of each other for the rest of this game. It started in the second, and it certainly carried over here into the third. And now Stamkos is giving it to the referee. That was definitely a high hit by Simmons on Sergachev. He left his feet and jumped at him. No wonder Tampa's pissed about that. Jim, what's going on? Welcome in. And that's an icing call here against Toronto. 4:05 to go in the third. Offensive zone face-off coming up here for Tampa. For Tampa. Shot in there. That one gets stopped. It will be pre-recorded, Austin, but yes, there will be one. Mad Max, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Another face-off coming up here. And it looks like we're going to get another TV timeout here. All right, another TV timeout. Jim, on the season, it's been Toronto, but tonight it's certainly Tampa. I mean, Tampa, just huge performance for the Lightning tonight. And on this, I mean, overall on the season, Toronto's ahead of them in the standings, but Tampa really brought it tonight. No, Shady Side, I don't think Eric Kallgren as a rookie quite has the same pull as Patrick Waugh did, and I don't think he's going to be going to the GM and saying, trade me immediately. I don't want this game to end, Henry. I want more fights. I want more fights in the last 4 minutes here. I want to see these teams keep going at it. This has been fun. No, Jim, I am not sure about that. No. I haven't heard of them. No. As we're coming back from the commercial break here. Did I put the upcoming stream schedule in the chat again? Let me drop that quick. And we're back underway. Here we go. Toronto up and out. Simmons and Maroon both got 10-minute misconducts, John. So they're gone from the game. They're to the locker room, gone from the game. They both got 10s. Shot in there. Killorn trying to get the hat trick, but he fans on the shot, and it ends up wide in the corner. Leafs trying to get it out of their zone again. Oh, that's cool, Jim. Congratulations on that. That's awesome. As Kampf gets that into the offensive zone by Ruda. And we've got now 3:10 to go here in the third period. Now, I know they're not an NHL team. Are they like in the ECHL? And now we got Bunting after the whistle trying to get into it. Bogosian going after him. Perry trying to get at Bunting as well. The linesman grabs Bunting. And these teams come together again. And Bunting is going to get tossed here. No doubt about that. Looks like Perry might go with him as they come together along the sideboards. And Perry's having a good laugh with the linesman. I think everybody's having a laugh on the Lightning right now. Perry and Bunting. Everybody on the Lightning are just laughing right now. They're having a grand old time. Toronto, not so much. Toronto's still a little mad. But Tampa's laughing here. No, Perry's going to stay out there. He doesn't get anything. He's just talking to the referee. He's like, hey, what's up, buddy? Did you have a good dinner tonight? Where are you going to eat after the game? What's going on? Moved up now, dumped in there by Toronto. Vasilevsky up the wall. 2:45 remaining here in the third. They just gave Bunting a 10 there and sent him to the locker room, it looks like, behind the net. Good night, Pablo. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here. Tampa setting back up offensive zone. Ross Colton with a chance that deflects wide. Leafs carry it out. And here they come into the offensive zone with some numbers. Chance for Tavares. Glove saved by Vasi. Up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. Stoppage there. And an offensive zone face-off coming up for Toronto. Black back now here. Tampa takes it. Offensive zone. Cirelli can't get the pass back. Moved up and out again here. Engvall with some speed for the Maple Leafs. Good night, Caroline. Thanks for watching. Awesome to have you here. Really, really appreciate it. And that one's backhanded up and out of the zone. Cleared here by Tampa. Trying to bring it through the neutral zone. Toronto gets it back. Engvall, offensive end, top of the circle. Looking for a pass to the middle. Trailing there was Giordano, thrown in there. Spezza with the deflection. And that one gets sent back off the end boards. Out of the zone it goes. Here comes Nick Paul around Giordano. Backhanded wide. HP, what's going on? Welcome in. 1:20 to go here in the third. It goes now. Dumped back in by Chernak. Perry on the forecheck. Liljegren and him go shoulder to shoulder. Colton comes in and lands a hit on Liljegren. Reverse hit there from Cal Foote. And back out to the neutral zone. Now Cal Foot's getting into it. And we're going to have some more as these teams get back into it out in the neutral zone. It was Kerfoot trying to get at Foot. Foot coming in with some punches over the top, and the linesmen get between them. 49 seconds to go, and Cal Foot and Kerfoot get into it. So you got Cal Foot and Alex Kerfoot for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they'll make their way to the locker room and get an early shower. Well, let's get Bogosian back on the ice. I want to see Bogosian drop him. This game is awesome, Mickenack. This is my kind of hockey. Nice little reverse hit there by Cal Foot. And Kerfoot didn't like it, went right back after him. So it looks like the extra penalty is going to be to Foot here. And, God, I hope this game never ends. Let's get some more fights going. Let's get a couple more before the end of this game. Toronto's going to get a power play after this. So they'll have a 5-on-4 advantage. That puck ends up in the corner. Let's get Bogosian out there. I want to see Bogosian grab somebody. Played over now into the middle. 25 seconds to go. Third period. Toronto setting up offensive end. Out high here. Long shot. Marner deflected. That one just wide of Vasilevsky. Final 10 seconds now of this game. Leafs keep it in the offensive zone. Pass to nobody out high. It's to the neutral zone. Giordano will chase, and they're just going to watch this clock go to 0. That is going to do it. Horn sounds, game over. And it is an 8-1 win for the Tampa Bay Lightning, as this game finally comes to an end. It was a long one, but I, for one, had a whole lot of fun, as this was one of the nastiest games that I have seen this season, exactly the way I like it. And boy, does that set up for a playoff series if we get one. Boy, after watching this, I really, really want to see these teams play in the playoffs after watching this one. That was a whole lot of fun for me, and appreciate all you guys being here. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome to have you. John, Dallas is still in a wild card spot right now, so they still can get in. Florida clinches the Atlantic Division. They are your number 1 seed in the Atlantic, and certainly going to be the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference as a whole as well. But appreciate you guys all for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Have a great night. A lot more than that, Extreme Gamer. They used to have bench clearing brawls back in the 70s. So most penalty minutes in the game was certainly a lot more than that. Let's see. The most penalty minutes in one NHL game, 419. A game between the Boston Bruins and Minnesota North Stars, 419 penalty minutes in one game between the two teams. And obviously that was one of the games that had a bench clearing brawl back in the day. But that is going to bring us now, Flames HP. Flames, I think, are the second best team in the Western Conference. But that is going to bring us now to the end of this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Please don't forget, I cover the entire NHL. So fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a hockey community where everyone can come together, enjoy the game, have some fun. Let's see. Have a good night, Extreme Gamer. Really appreciate it. Upcoming stream schedule is in the chat, so if you guys want to know what's coming up on the channel, you guys can check that out in the chat. Stream schedule. Got a big week coming up next week. Gonna be a lot of fun. Have a great night. Really, really appreciate you guys all watching. Thank you so much for the support. And hopefully I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. Until then, good night. Have a great day tomorrow. And see you guys next time. Thank you again. Really appreciate it.